Let's unmute Manus.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's log in and let's get going. And undie us.
Problem
No,
is,
think
I only
like
have
it.
2 rations, or did Jaffa, did you mess with my inventory?
I have not taken them off.
That's the
Okay.
weight. Look at the left. It says 10.
Manus? Just assume that
No,
you
it says
lost
2.
Yeah, but
That's the weight, genius.
It depends
No,
on
you
what
fucking
you
idiot, it's on the left. That's the number of the item, the...
Yeah,
What's it called, the quantity.
It should say 10.
Different packs have different amounts of ration starting. Adventurers and Dungeoneers, I think, have the highest. It ranges from 0 to 10 per pack.
I mean, I started with 10, so you can have like 2 of mine.
You can
I'll
go,
take myself down to 5.
Manus, you can say you took half of one each day, so it could have lasted you 4 days, for example, but just
I still
very
need...
roughly.
I still
Since
need
I
one
already
extra.
have 10 and Yuan...
It's okay, Yuan gave me
has
1,
10.
so that evens it out. That was the clearing I needed to fix.
There you go, wonderful.
Congratulations, you have food.
There are rules about food and that which we can cover when we get to it, but for the most part, just this is the most important bit, basically. 1 ration a day, or you can do survive on half a ration a day. Why is that not pasting? There we go.
Oh, okay.
I just mentally picture Manus eating the other fallen adventurers that began in his party. That's how he survived.
Probably.
Yep, Manus is the reason for the death and decided eating Brute's corpse. It was a very pleasant sight. Right. We can... Alright, that's how Craig's gonna come in. Sorted! Right, so, you 5. Let me just get this pen and pad. Names. Jonid. Are these all names still? Jane, Helen, Manus. Yes!
Yeah.
Craig, do you still have the link to the site?
I don't know. By the way, out of character question, how do I change my name in the whole menu thing? Because I can't seem to figure it out. I figured out how to change my color, but not the name.
Cogwheel and cogwheel at the upper right corner of Roll20.
Ah, found it.
And if you click the color, you change the color.
Oh, God.
After last session, I actually wrote session goals for this session. Nice.
Right, so we'll go over it again for people that have not done it. So who was in the bar we had? You changed your character.
Only Manus
Roxy
and
came in.
Craig is the same one.
Manus, I think Craig is the same one.
But
Craig's not.
here.
Craig's not here currently. And I'm trying to remember what happened last session. You killed goblins basically.
Yep.
Just about cleared the cave. You had a bit of the cave left. We have to cross the bridge. And
Yes!
get the cave up.
So you're all crouching around a campfire, dark, dingy cave after a short rest. Again, and everyone, you recovered your spells. I think everyone sorted out the rest of their sheets, didn't they?
I wanted to do one thing during the rest as we were recovering.
Okay.
Because I found that strange bag of like dust substance that I felt was magical.
Yes.
So I want to take a few grains of this dust and rub a pinch of it between my fingertips and see if something happens. And if it doesn't, I'll try to sprinkle it on my palm and see what happens then. And just play around with it.
Okay. As you take the dust out and rub it in between your fingers, nothing much seems to happen. Get a bit more inquisitive and you start rubbing it over the front and back of your hand. Starts to tingle quite a lot, but no visible effects from what you can see.
Okay,
Bit of
then.
itching.
You might be allergic.
Put it back in my. I'll put it back in my backpack then, and
Roll
watch for allergic reactions.
In a mysterious cave, you suddenly find out you are very allergic to peanuts. Would anyone else like to do anything in the short rest?
I'd just like to not be dead.
Let's make a recap of what we did so far, just to be, you know, on the level.
Last time you came into the cave after taking a long rest, after being quite heavily beaten, you were discovered from 2 mercenaries. From Phandalin sent you, Roxy and Jane. Made your way into the cave, finished off the rest of the patrol and goblins. You managed to find some supplies around the room. You rummaged around, found a bit of treasure, some potions, a frog. Venturing further... yeah, silver and copper. Did I say gold? I did mean currency.
You didn't mention currency at all.
Oh, I just meant currency instead of gold, just... You found currency, silver, copper. Can't remember how many pieces. I've written it down somewhere. I think everyone's made a note of it. It was 200 and 100.
600 copper, 110 silver.
Yeah,
I do have it
like,
written.
we have the party fund tab where it's written down.
Yes, I do have it written down here, but I've got to go back a few pages.
There's 600 coppers that I have, there's 110 silver pieces that Janet has, and there's the jade golden
the
frog
exact.
statue.
Venturing a bit further to the cave, you managed to find the 2 empty drained pools, which currently give you a very brief encounter. One barely missing Manus, and the other one sweeping Roxy. Out of the cave, after dispatching the goblins near the pools, you decided to take a rest for the night. Well, short rest.
Short rest, yeah. Okay,
We
perfectly.
also moved the goblins from the pool area to the treasure area though.
Also, can we have the map
Oh,
back?
right.
Because I only see you died on the Roll20 thing.
What's wrong with that? You did that.
What?
I'll just say you piled them up then. Let me get rid of that music as well. That was an eerie music.
Oh, I like it.
It's the game over from Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, we just looked.
Okay, so as far as I see it, we can either go and try to climb through that ledge filled rubble thing, or we can, you know, go cross the bridge and see what happens.
Let's just wait and see how Craig rejoins us. Then we'll move.
I don't worry, you can carry on.
Ready?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Jeff always takes care of that particular treat. If I'm going to bet, I'm pretty sure we're going to find Craig in a cage.
Even though he might be cuddling up with another druid in a
Or that.
ditch somewhere, which seems to be a very common theme.
Wasn't a bad thing. I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that makes one of us.
Let's move on, boys. Let's move on.
By the way, you did tell Lachlan to unmute me from Discord, right?
Right, so as you're venturing forth from the pools, you of course see the bridge, which I can't remember which one of you saw, but it's explored, so one of you, I think it was Jonad?
I
Possibly?
saw the
But-
bridge and the ledge part when I was scouting, yeah.
And Lachlan's seen it as well, so we pretty much all know about it.
Yep, you still can't see anything up here, Manus, because
Yep.
it's pitch black for you. You're literally holding onto someone's shoulder.
No, my torch is still around though. Like I was shot it off the last time before it expired, and I would imagine that we've like lit it again.
Plus, there's a
What, the lantern?
No, I don't remember that I snuck behind the goblins in the
Yeah, you
pool area
cast-
with the torch. No, I used a torch.
Oh, you
I
used a torch. Okay.
Yeah, I physically snuck there with a torch and hid. While they
Oh yeah,
wailed
you
on
did. The duration of a torch is an hour, so that would have gone out by now.
Oh, I can't expire it and then like have it half saved? I need to let it burn out? I would have imagined
I
that
mean-
I had like tried to extinguish it before. Never mind. I have time.
Probably just. There's not really. You probably could dip it in the water, but then you wouldn't be able to light it again. You couldn't just like wrap it with a cloth.
No big deal.
like
No
this.
big deal. Can I roll a stealth check?
You could say you move quietly to somewhere, trying to give it with the RP than just a stealth check, but yes, you can move somewhere, and if you wish to move quietly, we can have everyone who wants to roll a stealth check. If you have any intentions of not being heard.
I'm assuming bad things are over the bridge. Also, is Lalan like blocked again? Because I can't hear him.
No.
No, no.
Yep. So don't worry again about too many miniatures. It turns into.
I'm
quite-
using push the
quite
dogs and
energy.
you don't hear me otherwise.
Sorry, disconnected.
Ah, okay, never mind. Is everybody here now?
I'm here, yes.
Alright, so John is about to walk across the bridge. Anybody that'd like to follow him?
I'm just gonna wait for now.
Just letting you let Noma go forward by himself? No one else?
I'm
Shouldn't
going to
we?
stop and see if people come at least.
Yes, so try not to move, just try and talk about it. It becomes a lot easier to manage.
I'm gonna come to the end of the bridge where you're stood now. So just move forward a bit more.
Roxy, do you mind do that light spell thing on my shield so we can get some proper lighting in here?
Jordan said he lit a torch for you again.
Yeah, but like, who would carry the torch? I said I could do that, but I wanted to know who was carrying the torch because I don't want it.
Oh, I must have missed that bit, sorry.
Okay, I'll cast light.
Okay.
And touch my
Um,
shield.
On,
I'll do it on Manus' shield. That's fine.
you have a giant beaming shield, like the Radiant Paladin you are.
Indeed.
I'll stay behind the paladin.
That kinda removes any kind of any chances for me to stealth, but on the other hand, me and stealth aren't exactly best friends either.
Your armor already took care of that.
Clink clink.
Right, so party then, what is the party doing together?
First of all, I enter stealth.
Oh, okay. If anybody would like to move stealthily, roll a stealth check now, then we'll do it that way around.
I'm not even going to bother.
Okay. Let's do this so I can remember.
Can't be worse than mine, Manus. Can't be worse than mine.
It's a very stealthy fridge trying to walk over a bridge.
Exactly.
Right,
It's
and what
it's
would
a
you like?
fridge with a spotlight. Jane
Just
has...
somebody open the door.
So you've got a path that leads down to you, down to the right, which... Excuse me.
Don't puke, bro. Don't puke.
Oh, sorry about that, I did not mute quick enough. Yes, you've got a path down to you towards the right that leads to the very familiar entrance to the cabin, where you have the bridge suspended about 20 feet above the floor to your left. What would you like to do as a party?
From what I remember, does Jane have dark side, or is Jane human?
Ask him.
He's human, though.
Ah,
He
okay.
doesn't have.
I think Larlan
Shit.
does.
I do.
Do you mind taking point in that case?
Generally, yes.
You don't really need dark vision, your shield is now a beaming beacon of light.
Yeah, but
Unless
if I
you're-
go ahead, that's also a beaming beacon of here we are.
So the rest of you are going to stay back and just...
And Jaffa, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And I'm going to cast
Okay.
it here. And the illusion is of a scantily dressed, angelic-looking girl who is just looking very innocent and.
It has to
attractive
be 5, it can only be 5 foot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a minor illusion,
What-
it's a cantrip. It's not very powerful at all.
It says range
It can-
30 feet.
No, yeah, but the image can be 5 foot high.
Oh, 5 foot high. Yeah, that's fine.
So
yeah.
the creator of the object is no longer than a 5 foot cube.
Okay, so scantily dressed halfling girl.
Okay.
Or gnome.
And it's going
With hairy feet.
just there. So any lingering.
I'm just looking for any random token or thing that I could put to mark. There we go, we can use a picture that Shadow gave me for his character, which I still have saved. You can have Shadow's sorceress there.
That's fine. Yep.
Okay.
So anything that can see that is going to be quite mesmerised because is a stunningly beautiful image.
You have a stunningly beautiful halfling sectly suggesting you're on the other side of the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
So does that have any effect on any
No, there's
goblins just outside?
someone standing on the other side of the bridge.
By the way, shouldn't this also affect our party?
Yeah, you can all see it. Well, if you're where you position you are, Helen Janid can manage you're out of sight, and so are you, Jane.
I can see it. Or also, Jane is a woman, so
Right to the image is just sitting on the edge, listening. How long was it last for? It was about a minute.
So shall we go forward?
Yeah, I'm going to cross the bridge now. Because nothing happens there.
Yep. All together, separately,
All together.
Anyone's going to join me?
All together.
all as a party. All right. As you all
Manus, do you want to just take the lead though, because you're in plate?
Yeah.
go on then, as you all are standing across the bridge, you see the very familiar look of a tiefling poking the head around the corner, which will be you, Craig. And I can't put you on the entrance, but you are popping your head around the entrance cave there, just peeking in.
I cast Fireball.
Okay.
Fireball, not bolt.
Okay.
Fireball?
Don't think he already has it.
Yeah, neither.
Not at
He's
least.
joking.
what did you have to do for the DM to get that?
Nothing. I'm joking.
So as you're crossing the bridge, it'd just be you, Manus, I think. Looks he's different. I'm having trouble keeping up with multiple different characters. Yes, just you, Manus. Notice a very familiar tiefling popping the head around the corner of the cave. The rest of you have no idea who it is.
I turn my shield towards him and do Morse code sign for hello.
From what Craig can see looking in, there's a giant luminous shield about 20 foot on the air with a bridge, and you guys are all just standing around him. Like, he can see you pretty clearly.
Like sending an SOS message with your shield or something?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to be stealthy and not make too much noise while signaling to my friend that we're here.
Signaling
In character. Manus, what the fuck are you doing?
Start to laugh and see. Hey, that's that tiefling that joined us in the initial inspection of this dungeon. He went back to the city afterwards, and you guys joined. You and Janet.
Fancy that coincidence.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are.
Right?
I'm going to turn to Manus and just say, if he's one of yours, tell him to hurry up then. You wasn't here last week, Greg. I'm very impatient and a little bit moody.
Never would have guessed. He means character as well, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Oh, character, huh?
and a bit of a show off as well. Hey, you Anne.
He's suffering from permanent PMS, pretty much.
And again, I'm signaling towards the tiefling to join us.
Does the tiefling even know
Sure.
Morse code?
Yeah, I don't know Morse code, but I guess I'll approach anyway.
You don't know your way around in this cave? Well, would you like to go just walk straight up beneath them, Craig?
Can I see this? Can I see him?
No.
Manus and possibly me, but I don't know him.
So I can't stay on top of them and point.
Stand on top of him and point.
I was wondering if I could be on the bridge and cast Mage Hand into the area where the wolves and chimney were, and then we go back and lower a rope for him.
Yeah, I don't have any good way of approaching, right? Because you're above me. Like,
Well, the rest of the party do know that there is a path. That you don't personally, Craig, but the rest of the party does know that there was a path to the right of them before that goes under this bridge where they came in.
Yeah, but you need
So
to
you
come
can
closer.
walk-
Like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe Manas can send me like an encrypted message or something.
Just sit down and wait for 5 minutes for the Morse code, it'll be fine.
Can we not simply lower a rope down the bridge and just pull him up?
I mean,
we
it's
could, but
2030,
why
you could do.
bother that much? Like, he can go on the pathway. But there's no way he can hear me say it otherwise except for me yelling out of the top of my lungs. Is that like what?
Use your shield and just literally paint the path on the floor.
Yeah,
with your
I'll walk
shield.
into the light.
Okay.
It's like literally path be here.
You've got little Tiefling chasing like a little laser beam, like cats do with a little pen, just following the light up and round.
Shine it where you want me to go.
Then I am shining the light from in front of Craig towards underneath the bridge and on the pathway behind us.
Okay. I presume, Craig, you're going to try and move stealthily with the party. If you'd like to roll a stealth check as well, please.
You have to remind me how I do that.
If you go to the character sheet, let me open it so I can see it, and there will be all the lists there. It's under skills. If you just click stealth, it should automatically roll it. You might get asked for advantage or disadvantage. If you do, just say none. There you go. Best stealth of the group.
Better than the rogue.
Where is he?
Quick, Manas, shine your light on me again.
Manus, me and you swap places because you're in front. So just go forward.
Craig, as you get to the top of the bridge, just skirting past, you can see a very scantily dressed halfling at the edge of the bridge, which all this party seem to be walking towards.
Okay, well, I'm even more confused now than I was before.
As you...
I'm going to dismiss the illusion now.
Okay. As you walk around a very dark, dingy cave, polygon reveal. I hate this tool. We'll just say you venture forward until like up there-ish. So we'll say about a minute has passed and that illusion's come on. As you walk around this, as you turn the corner, Manus, roll a perception check, please. As you walk up to this corner up here, you'll cross the bridge safely. Thank you. You don't quite hear much, but you do hear a bit of rummaging and rustling and movement. You're not quite sure if it's wildlife. You don't know if it's any size of the creature. You just hear activity coming from a big empty cavern ahead.
I turn around to the party and silently whisper, "There's definitely something there."
Dude, you're not stealthing. You're pretty much saying it out loud.
He's sending a signal with his shield again.
Yeah.
He hasn't learned none of his no Morse code yet.
Surprised, neither do I.
As
just
I'm the
imagine-
closest one to Manus and I'm bored of waiting, I'm going to roll a persuasion because I'm just convinced him that he just needs to charge.
I don't think you'll be able to actually convince him. You can try out of character to convince, well, in character to convince him. You're not, not going to be able
I'm
to.
Roll, man. You're fucking
Just
convinced.
keep on trying to persuade
Manus, let's just go in. They're only
I-
little goblins. We've got so much firepower. Let's just go. Come on. Be
I
brave.
look at the imaginary dice roll of Roxy and say, I probably should charge down this tunnel right now. But then I think I'm not exactly an unplayable character now, am I?
Roll an idiot.
Yeah,
check.
but You're a paladin, you're not terribly smart.
Your man is you're not terribly smart.
That too.
It adds up or is it highest one?
No, it's multiplicative.
So as you
At
walk
least it's
past,
not
you're facing
exponential.
Down a very dark and dingy corridor, seeing a little ledge and an escarpment. Is that the word I want?
A what?
Escarpment? What's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word.
I'm not even sure what you could mean.
I don't know what. Not really an embankment. What's it called?
An opening.
Screw it. I can't remember what the word is now. I'll have to look that up in a minute. You see a ledge and some difficult terrain walking down there. That go down to the left, back towards the river, which you entered the cave in, and the corridor carries on, continuing ahead.
Let's move on, Manus. Let's go.
I'll also try to hear what Manus heard.
You don't know anything's there. He's just
Sorry?
literally stopped. He's just stopped at the moment. You have no idea why he stopped. He's just stopped. And then
He's way too far to understand what they're talking here in front.
Okay.
Jaffa, anything else in the
No,
map
just-
shows rather than what we already see? Since we went
No,
a bit far.
like I said, try not to move your characters, so it's going to get very tedious revealing one square of vision at a time. Like you see a big dark corridor. What would you like to do in front of it?
How many light spells can Roxy have uptime at the same at a single time? Like beside the one on the shield, can he have another one on a rock, for example?
He can. I don't believe it's concentration. So I believe he can just make an object light up for an hour. Let me have a look.
Perfectly. I turn to Roxy. Please light up this rock for me.
Yeah, he can just. He can just
Okay.
make.
I'll light that little rock there.
You have to touch it. It's a
Okay.
touch spell. It has to be in range. You have to actually physically touch
Yeah,
the
I
object.
give him a rock to touch, like a tiny rock, not like a boulder or something. Just a rock.
Touchy, touchy.
Touchy,
Why would
touchy.
you give him your cock?
A rock.
It's rock. No, this doesn't.
Jaffa,
It's a rock. See.
Jaffa, this little rock behind me, I'm going to pick it up, light it up, and just throw it to the entrance of the cave.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Like literally.
And it's landed around there.
Sure. Roll an attack roll.
It's an athletics roll.
It's not an athletic roll.
It's athletics.
You're throwing something to
Yeah,
have
but-
accuracy. Therefore, it's an attack roll. But you just roll a d20
Okay.
and add be a strength.
That's why. That's exactly why I said athletics, because it's a strength roll. But sure.
Yeah, but athletics rolls gets proficiency, and you don't have proficiency with the weapon because it's just a bloody rock.
Everyone can
Goes-
throw rocks.
Yeah, it goes roughly in the direction. It lands like a bit further on, but again, you just can't really see much. Where's the bloody reveal? It's a corridor. If you want to go forward, you're gonna have to go round the bloody corner.
I move 10 feet further. Carefully.
This is why, as I describe what you're doing, 'cause it turns into a tedious move one square at a time.
Yeah, we're just going to walk
Okay.
the entrance, Manus. Come on.
Yes. Okay, Manus, as you walk up to the entrance, you see. Whoop.
Slide whistle. What?
Yeah, a slide whistle. An absolute slide whistle. I hate having to do this on this. This is really awkward. This is a large cave that is divided in half by a 10-foot high escarpment. I hate that word. A steep natural staircase that leads from the lower portion up to the upper ledge. The air is hazy and there's a smoke of cooking fire and the pungent smell of purely cured hides and unwashed goblins. And when I can...
Manis, do you fire?
No, you will... Ooh, and you will see goblins. And not that wolf on the side. Because that's a dead wolf that I just couldn't be asked to delete from earlier. And you currently notice 5 goblins. The 4 of the corners seem to be ranging around, cooking, foraging, not paying too much attention. They don't appear to have noticed you for now. And there is one slightly larger goblin on the top, above the top of the ledge, looking down. Half-heartedly, looks a bit like he's in charge, but could just be lazy. You're not too sure. What would you like to do?
I make a sign towards Jane to join us in stealth and go after one goblin.
Go after what?
A goblin.
Would say you like left your shield behind you a bit while peeking around the corner to not just beam 20-foot bright light into the room. So as you... Pardon, sorry?
No, I thought the light spell was on the rock that he literally threw into the opening of the...
That was the second one.
Yeah, he has 2 lights up. He's got a rock that's just a bit in front of you,
Because he couldn't throw it inside the...
and he's got it on his shield.
In other words, Manis is very sparkly.
Okay.
Basically,
first
the rock
turn.
was very close, and the only reason he hasn't noticed it is because the goblins rolled a 1 on perception. Otherwise, they would have seen the light.
Okay, that's good. First of all, I move here. Can I see anything in the room?
None of you can see anything yet. The only person that can see anything is Manus. All of you have basically just stopped, and Manus has peeked his head around the corner.
Manis already called me in front.
Hold you up.
He called me in front here. Can I see anything from behind the corner?
No, I can, but
yeah.
I'm whispering to you that there's goblins in the next room.
You could peek your head around the corner and just see the few on the bottom of the floor. Probably wouldn't be able to see the guy on the top ledge.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to do something stupid.
I love something stupid.
Don't we all?
Okay.
Do you tell us that you're about to do something stupid?
Yes, I do.
Do you tell us what you're going to do?
I'm going to tell you just prepare for combat.
Okay.
So basically, hold my beer.
Yep, exactly. So, I'm going stealthily to this goblin, and I'm going to attack him.
And
get
what do
advantage,
you
right?
hide behind?
It's already dark and dingy.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's not dark and dingy cave. He threw a giant bright rock to the front of it with light on it.
God damn it, Manis.
I didn't throw the rock!
I mean, you could walk up to there, but there's nothing to hide about. You're basically just walking through a corridor, an
Okay.
entrance in a corridor. Like, if you can find a way to hide there or like sneak there with avert vision, but there's basically a guy looking on the top ledge, and the other ones. For reference, most of these goblins would be looking towards the walls closest to them, rummaging or cooking around something in there, as in they're looking away from most
Okay,
of
so
it.
in that
this
case,
got-
I'm not doing that.
That goblin would be like facing here, looking for food or rummaging
by the
through
way,
sacks.
Can you put a token with the rock, with the shiny rock, please? So you can-
No, I'll draw a dot.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Waiting for Jaffa to paint it up. But I think Jaffa dropped.
the GM fell asleep.
No, she didn't.
No, I'm muted just trying to draw a dot. Oh, am I doing this with the wrong layer? I think I am. Yeah, I am. There we go.
Okay. So, in that case, I'm going to do something else stupid. I'm going to fire an arrow in this goblin from behind the corner.
From behind the corner.
Well, no. I'm going to
Killing you.
lean. I'm going to lean from behind cover and fire an arrow.
Move your character. I don't. There is no way you can stand behind a corner that could give you cover. I don't think. Move your character. Let me see a second. I can't. Why can't I move tokens? I'm on the fucking GM layer again. Hang on a second. Yeah, the only place with cover would be this position, and you cannot see the goblin from there. You could see it from here, but that's not even half cover there, unfortunately. It's literally as it's a very pointy rock. I don't think.
Can I see any goblins
From which square would you like to go to? From there? No,
Yep.
not from there. If
Okay.
you could peek a red head around the corner, maybe that one which the arrow's over. I can't see if the arrow's there.
Okay.
Possibly, yeah, that one.
I have a question out of character for the GM. So if we go in combat and the rogue stays his stealth, he'll be able to use his stealth attacks as an advantage if we are already in combat, or do the goblins need to be out of combat as well?
You have no idea.
No. I'm like asking you a gameplay question. It's
Yeah,
not.
you have no idea.
How do sneak attacks work? If I need to reformulate.
Essentially, if the enemy cannot see me, if
If
I'm
he
either
has
hidden
if
or
he has
invisible or in shadows.
advantage, or is another creature in melee, he can sneak attack. Otherwise, he cannot.
Okay, that
Yeah.
was my question. Thank you.
Yes, and also if
But
they
you
cannot-
don't know this, and you're going to plan around it as a fucking paladin, which you don't know.
But let's not argue about this stuff. I mean, like, if the rogue is wondering about this, let the rogue ask the question.
Okay, so if I peek from around this corner, can I hit this goblin?
Ping. Yes, probably just yes.
Okay,
Can I point out that I typed something a few minutes back?
and Craig, which one are you again?
Okay, this has turned into a very improv. I'm going to attack to about a minute conversation of talking now. Is it going to be you guys chatting and trying to come up with a plan to attack, or
Like, if he does something, I want to cast sleep on the dude
no?
here.
No, I know you. I'm just saying the whole situation at the moment. You had Jane saying, "I'm going to do something stupid," and then saying he was going to attack. Since
Okay.
then, we've had about 10 minutes of talking about things going backwards and forwards. So
Okay.
if you're going to attack, we'll just say you're going to attack, and everyone else can have a reaction of what
Okay.
they want to do. Or if
I'm
you want to sit there and hold it and plan, you can sit there and hold it and plan.
Okay, I'm going to attack this guy with an arrow. Oh, well, anyway, with a bow and arrow. You understand what I said?
Yep. Yep. Just attacking doesn't inherently give you advantage, but you would have advantage on this. Attacking unsuspected victims doesn't inherently give you advantage, unless you're an assassination rogue, which is quite way down the line.
Not quite way down the line. It's 3rd level.
Is it? I thought assassinate was 7th level.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter either way. I thought it was a bit higher than that. Doesn't matter. Okay, so you're about to attack. Everyone else, what would you like to do?
Sleep
You
on
have
the
a few
guy.
seconds after being told, Jane, you won't be able to see the big guy from there.
Really?
Yeah, you're here. You're here, right?
Yeah.
You can see the guy that he's shooting, and that's it.
No, but like, I literally can see it.
No, you can't. You're literally your cursor is through a rock.
What? No. Can't you see the ruler?
Yeah, you're clipping the edge of the rock, and if you move, there's a stalagmite there as well. It's a very far stretch.
Plus, Janet, keep in mind that goblin is about 10 feet high. He's on a ledge upstairs.
eyes tell me there is a golem up there.
Yep.
Alright,
Okay,
then I'll
yes.
sleep on top of the ledge then.
Okay.
I don't have to target the creature, I just have to target an area.
Okay. Click where?
Can you, like, literally paint the area I can see?
Just click and hold where. Yeah, you could do it just at the top of the ledge. It's just round the corner, probably. You could do it like there if you wanted. Or you could probably reach.
It's a 90 feet reach, so as long as I can see it there, I can cast it there.
Okay. Just ping which square you'd want to do it roughly on. This writing's getting annoying. A square. Was that in the center of the square? That's. Move
No,
your
I don't.
character to it. This is getting irritating now. Like.
Can
that
I
one.
see this
Yeah?
area?
That
Can I
square
see this
there. Right?
area?
Which one's that area? I can't see your pings.
And the one I moved my character to.
Oh yes. So I moved you as well. Yes, you can see that area.
Okay, then I cast it there.
Okay. Everybody else?
24 hit points.
I don't see anything, so I'll just move around there.
Would anybody else like to do something during this round?
I'm just waiting for Manus to move.
I'm just going to move in. Since we already started combat, just looking around and saying,
You've not combat yet. We're going to give you like an action which everyone's going to do as you've had this very short warning that this rogue's going to do something stupid.
oh, okay. In that case, I'm planning this out. So my action, when the rogue is going to be do something stupid, like immediately after, is going to yell out of the top of my lungs, Leroy Jenkins, and charge up to here. Did you know? Did you see? As in here.
Okay, sure. You can use the dash thing for it,
Jaffa, how many squares can I move and still cast? Any?
and still cast.
Yeah.
Probably like none. It's
Okay.
holding an action to do something. It'll be casting or.
Okay, I'm just going to move here then as they charge and move in.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they'd like to do for this round?
I don't think most of us can do anything due to the
Positioning,
being
yeah.
so.
You can move as things are opening.
I did, but that's about it.
You don't even want to activate Shillelagh.
That's a bonus action. I can do it, and since it's a spell, I might get hurt while doing it. So I'd rather not just yet.
Okay, everyone decided?
Yep.
Alright, so we have 24 points of sleep. Let me just figure this out quickly. From there, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, I'm attacking this guy first of all.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay.
15. Does it hit?
Mm. 2 seconds, so I'm just trying to count sleep dice so I can do it quickly when everything happens. There we go. 15 does hit. Just.
Okay. So he
five,
gets 7 points of damage.
-7. Okay. Right. So after this, while I am sorting this out, can everybody roll initiative, please? So as the short bow fires out from a bolt into the goblin, it just pierces him straight through the shoulder. Huge roar yells out. As the goblin's roar yells out, Yonadonish is asleep and manages to sleep. Which one's lower? That one's lower. So this goblin is asleep. Up here.
Mark him, please.
I'm trying to find a sleepy one. That one is.
Just mark something. Thank you.
He
Okay.
has.
So in that case, I'm charging in, screaming Leroy Jenkins.
Okay, and where are you charging to?
I'm gonna charge between these two guys, keep them busy.
Okay. As you manage to scroll at the top, you see a humanoid in chains with another goblin, bigger in size than all the other statue overing him, staring straight back. As soon as you run in, his attention shifts from this humanoid looking in very rough shape on the floor straight to you, Manus.
Well, I got someone's attention, I guess. I'm betting that's
Leroy!
And then Roxy was holding, Lachlan was holding, Craig was holding. So that's everybody's action, right?
I'm betting that's Gundren.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. Wonderful. Now just let me. I cannot get used to this. There's the turn order.
Oh, let me roll initiative as well.
Can anyone else edit their initiative in that turn order?
Yeah.
Can you all put your initiative into that turn order, please?
Well, you got mine, right?
I don't know if it's done it automatically. It's supposed to, but it doesn't appear to.
You need to add Craig on there as well, I think.
Why can't I select half this fucking GM now? I swear to God. There we go. Right, the menu goes off the screen. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does anyone have a preference on goblins having individual initiatives or batch? I normally do batch.
Yeah, I would prefer individual. It's funner.
Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Because if we do as a batch, there's a lot of goblins. They would all attack at the same time,
Madness dies.
and I die exactly.
I don't see the downside on this.
Well, when it comes, they come for you.
Right, so this goblin's the first one. Does he light up when I mouse over it? No, it's only from this way around, isn't it? That's annoying. Don't know who Yim. Oh, that's the other guy. At turn. Nope, let's not do that. Right, that's only 5. What have I missed? This one.
Well,
At turn.
one of them is asleep, so he's not going to have initiatives.
Still has initiative in case we hit them.
Oh, okay. What's the range in that sleep? Shouldn't the second goblin be affected even if we didn't see him?
It is done by hit points, and you have an unconscious human who was absorbing lots of the hit points.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I made the human fall asleep?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
You
Oh,
cast
fuck.
well in that general direction.
I didn't, like, oh, fuck. No.
Like I said, you cast the spell in that general direction. You had no
Yeah,
idea what was there
I
to
did.
take it to the face.
No, but it's like if I cast it on our group, we start falling asleep, so I
Yep.
can't target us.
Yep, it's the lowest hit point starting, the lowest ascending. And unfortunately, as he is half beaten and battered, he was the lowest hit points. So he was the first one to go to sleep.
Ah well, that's good though. You
On
won't
a side
feel
note,
it.
you're actually pretty lucky you managed to put the goblin to sleep with that roll.
Oh shit.
Right, top of the round then, Mr. Janehart. After the sleep and Manus charging in, all of the
the
goblins'
initiatives.
attention is directly onto Manus. screaming
Okay.
and yellowing.
Okay, so in that case, I think this guy would be pretty surprised if he gets an arrow in his back, right? Yeah, he can't see me.
Ta-da!
He can't see you, but that's not how sneak attacks work in 5e.
Oh yes, if the target cannot see you for any reason, then you get advantage.
Yeah, but
And I
advantage
think
is
a
not
screaming paladin with a shiny spotlight on his shield is pretty
distracting.
distracting, yes.
Well, it's distracting. It's not blind. Cannot see you as like you're in combat. You've seen a goblin chop. Oh.
Yes, can he be careful on the arrow that
Tudor,
comes from his back?
We
Yes.
literally had this conversation last week.
Do
Once
not
mobs
get
are in
attacked from
combat,
that
they are
goblin.
in combat. The same rules from World of Warcraft when regards to sep. Once a mob is in combat, he cannot be sepped regardless if the rogue is
It
in
doesn't
stealth
play.
or not.
They all charge and look at him, not fixated on him through a taunt or something. He
Okay.
charged in and they turn to look at him.
Fair enough.
You could move close and wait, and you do get advantage now as sneak attack's been redone in 5e, so you can actually sneak attack every round if someone is in melee with them. Sneak attack's been changed substantially. It's now something you can use every round instead of just on the surprise. So if you can
Okay.
get Manis near a target, you can do it. He can distract them for you passively, and you can get a sneak attack in.
Fair
Or
enough.
do you have any other melee? I don't think you do. Lahalan might be a melee. But it's something that you try and get an advantage for rather than it's an assassination tool anymore, kind of.
It just adds a little small extra damage to your regular attack.
It's fucking shit. And ends up being like 86 or something stupid.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, but at low levels, we're talking about under 5.
Basically, okay, we'll get back to the way to think about sneak attack in 5e is try and get it every round, as rogues are now designed to try and find a way to get sneak attack every round rather than
anyway.
just one shot something.
Okay. In that case, I'm still going to shoot an arrow in this goblin.
Sure thing. It's not within 5 feet. You don't get disadvantage. You can shoot freely.
Sorry.
It's not within 5 feet, so you won't get disadvantage. Sorry, I was just looking. So it's just a normal attack roll.
Yes. I think that hits.
My head has to cut out. I don't think so. That does
Ow!
roll damage.
Okay. No sneak attack.
-4. Okay, from just around the corner. Inflicts a bit of damage on the wound, kind of sticks into his thigh. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
And I'm also moving backwards.
Backwards, okay.
Backwards.
Yes, I'm a rogue. I'm not known for my bravery.
Okay.
Great, I'm in a party with pussies.
So he's role playing.
Okay.
That's
So
what we
is
call
there-
it.
You'd like to end your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm fine right like this.
Okay, after your turn. Which goblin's this if I mouse over it? So the goblin by the injured, now asleep human on the floor, just held out a massive belt. None of you speak goblin, do you?
I think I do.
Do you?
Hold on. Let me check. Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Right, so to the rest of you, this is just some fast-paced, like, knittering. It's almost like a very fast-paced Welsh. Very guttural, and you just hear him bell out the woods lines, kill them all, leave no survivors. And this one's going to attack Manis. 4. Is it +4?
Jaffa, did you say Welsh?
Yes.
Well, in that case, in character, I think I just heard somebody wanting to fuck a sheep.
Paced goblin. It's very, like, guttural and fast-paced chattering, almost, sounding. 17 to hit you, Manis?
No, it does not.
Nope.
18.
So the first one injured goblin swings, you manage to get your shield up just in time to parry off the attack, and he's just going to stand there Waiting for it. The next one is
Craig's
the
21 as well, so Craig needs to be moved up the list.
Oh, did Craig not?
He didn't
He's
fill it in
not-
before he did the order.
Oh, okay. I did not see that then. Craig, what's your bonus to initiative?
That's a good question.
What's your dexterity?
Which of these two numbers is it? I see two of them.
Let me have a look. Are you
The
what
big
about
one. The big bolded one.
Yeah, the smaller number. It's the bonus to it. The larger number, as in numerically wise, is the actual number, and that gives you a bonus based on how much above 10. So you're looking for 2, as is a 14. It's the same. I'll tell you what, you can go first. So just before the roar, Craig, is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't have great sight from here besides that
No,
one goblin.
you've just seen Jane fire 2 arrows into the room and manage charging, and a lot of screaming.
Okay, so if I move like to here, I should have sight on that goblin that's right down the corridor.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 35 feet away from you, I think. You can move through people, by the way, in D&D if you like. Friendly targets, anyway. If you wanted to move through people, you just can't end your. You just can't end your turn, end your movement in that square with them.
Can I use skills through people, or do I need direct line of sight?
No, not in 5e. You can shoot. You will never
What?
hit them.
You broke up again.
Sorry, I have to unplug my headset now. It's charged. In 5e, nope. You can shoot freely through party members. There is no disadvantage for shooting past party members.
That's nice.
Okay, I'll target this goblin down the corridor then with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Where do I do this? Remind me.
In your spell list, I should have made an attack for you. You can do. Oh, that's your list of spells. If you go to Core tab, I should have added in it as an attack for you. So under attacks and spell casting, you should just be able to click Eldritch Blast, and the +5 by it is added to your attack, so you're more likely to hit, and the 1d10 force damage is how much damage it does if you do hit. So if you click Eldritch Blast, it should roll it in the chat with the modifiers on it already. And that was a natural 1.
That's a great start for everyone.
How many people are you shooting through? 1, 2, 3. Roll a D. Actually, I'll do it. Roll a D10. Oh no, that's too low. There you go, Jane. So as you back off back into the corner, an Eldritch Blast very closely nearly hits you in the back of the head. Just takes off a couple of hairs and hits the rock straight in front of you.
I turn towards Craig and I throw him a kind of "What the fuck, dude?" look.
Don't blame me, I've been out of the adventuring game for a while. I'm new at this.
You've moved 5 foot, Craig. You can move, I think it's 30 feet for you, so you can move 5 more squares
I think I'm good
if
for
you'd
now.
like. Okay. And then we get back to the giant yelling. That goblin's already attacked. Again, yelling, kill you all. Yimik moves up from here. Actually, he'll just stay there and actually probably move a bit closer to the edge. A bit closer to the edge there. And roll to hit you, Manus. With a natural 20.
Okay.
Do you remember heavy armor?
I do have heavy armor.
Yes, and do you remember the damage reduction from it?
Minus
So
3.
it will be 1d6. Let's do. No, 2d6. Sorry, speaking out loud. Try and pretend like you didn't hear these numbers.
What? What numbers?
So, Manus, you take 9 points of damage minus the 3, so it'll be 6 points of damage. So there's this bigger goblin than the one to the right of him. Stands up with his short bow, aims at you, Manus, and gets you like square in the chest. Just sit there coughing and bluttering, and just sits there laughing with a goblin laugh. And then it is that goblin is asleep, so he can't do anything.
By the way, you don't have disadvantage for firing in melee?
For firing at point blank within 5 foot, yes.
No, for firing in a melee fight.
Oh, into melee. No, if someone else is in melee combat, you do not get minus on it now. It's just a normal roll.
No, it's not like in 3.5. Okay.
Nope, nothing like it. That goblin, the goblin to your left, Manus, is going to swing at you again. You are very popular today.
Wait. No, how does a goblin swing at me twice in a single turn?
He doesn't. This one
Then-
up here, shot at you.
Okay.
The shot boy. This one up here is now attacking you with his scimitar. This is the one which you charged to and had first initiative. That one's attacked. This one up here did the short bow attack, and this one is now attacking you with the scimitar. And he rolls to hit you for 8 anyway. So you do manage to get your shield up in time. Very wounded, thanking the gods that you managed to actually block that one. And then it'll be Roxy's turn.
I'm going to target that one.
So I took any other damage except for that's 6?
Nope. You just took 6. The other one was 8, which does not beat your armor class. I can guarantee that. 4 plus 4. That does hit Roxy, and that is... Which one were you targeting? The close one?
Yeah.
Minus 10. Oh, great. So another cocky fireball from your red-headed friend here. Another goblin just is incinerated.
And then I'm just going to move backwards slightly.
5, 10.
Because you're also not known for your bravery, right?
Turn to this guy and just simply wink.
Okay.
Craig, you missed a bit of... so basically, I cast and kill things, you cast and misses, so I just keep getting wings at it.
I cast and save the fight. You just killed
Okay.
the defenseless thing.
This top goblin moves to you, Manus.
Of course he does.
Everyone else has left the room.
Like, I think the closest thing we have to like a frontline fighter is Lalan, and he refuses to get into the action.
Unsurprisingly.
For 21.
Yeah, that hits.
I'd like to play something else except a tank for once in my fucking life.
I'm just saying, we have 3 casters, a rogue, and you. The casters ain't going in melee.
So that's 5 damage, minus the 3 from Heavy Master, that's 2 damage, Manus.
Would it surprise you to know I'm a caster as well?
So as you're standing in there, Manus, with all of your party just escaping out of the room, you feel another scimitar just dig deep into your ribs in your back.
Does he go owie?
And that goblin's asleep, and it's your turn. Johan. Sorry.
Which ones can I if I move there, which ones do I see is visibly hurt?
All of them.
The
You can see all of them there.
Which ones are visibly hurt?
Oh, visibly hurt. The two.
None of them.
This one will have a bit of blood coming off of it, and
Oh, yes,
this
this
one
one's-
will be a little bit wounded.
Anyone in particular that seems more bloodied than the other one?
No, they both seem quite heavily wounded.
Oh, and I don't have any issues with hitting the one on the stairs, right?
On the stairs. Oh yeah, that
The-
stairs under there. Yeah, no, you can.
This one, you mean?
No, he means this one, I think, doesn't he? That's on
I'm
the
going to miss, and then I'm going to
stairs. Roll a d10. Oh, thank God. Okay, so again, Manus, it is not your day.
It never
And a
is.
firebolt, as you fairly confident that the goblin to your left is going to die from your friendly gnome, completely misses and bounces off of your shield while you're standing there. From behind your head, it just bounces over your shoulder, off the shield, and up into the roof. And is there anything else you'd
I'll-
like to do?
I'll use my movement to go back to where I am, and then I'll wink at Roxy and say, "I hit something this time.
Was it an enemy?
It was Manus."
Oh yes.
And,
That ends my turn.
and after that, laughing.
Oh boy. I'm gonna do the useful thing right here and heal Manus' ass. Again.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yep.
Where the hell is my spellcasting? Ah, yeah. The cure wounds did not necessitate me being close to Manus, right?
No, cure wounds is touch. Healing word is the ranged one. The touch one, as requires touch, heals for more, but again requires touch. Healing word is the ranged one.
Done. You got 5 hit points.
Okay, man.
Manus, congratulations.
5 hit points.
I'm back to 9.
Woohoo! I'm not gonna move from there. Maybe somebody will come and.
You're not going to move, did you say?
No.
Okay. Okay. And after that, Manus, it's your turn.
This is my first attack. I want everyone to keep track of that. This is the first time I swing.
To be fair, with a stealth roll of 7 and a giant glowing shield, you're pretty lucky they didn't
I
see.
did not roll a stealth roll.
Oh no, you didn't, did you? Someone
No.
else rolled a 7. That's the point. That's even worse then.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to...
Which one were you targeting?
Whack somebody over the head.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the one straight in front of me.
Okay.
24
That
definitely
definitely
hits.
Roll damage.
8.
Oh! Oop. You walk up to this goblin, they're all laughing at the thought of this heavily plated paladin. It's close to death. You just give him a swift, clean hit to the side of his head. He sits there, splutters, knocked down to his floor, and then just passes over. Goblin is no more.
Ooh, I one-shotted at him.
I'm not sure about one shot.
You two-shotted it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think the only things left for me are the bonus action, right? Because I don't have any spells on bonus action, sorry.
You have... Yes, you have a bonus action and movement left.
Movement-wise, I'm okay. I don't... Like, the goblin behind me is dead. The only way downstairs is next to me, so I'm in a pretty tanky position. I'm comfortable with this position. And bonus actions, again, I don't have any spells on bonus actions. Unless, I don't know, Divine Sense, but I don't think that helps here.
What did I miss?
Okay.
I killed something.
Holy shit!
After that, it's your turn, Jane.
Okay. So, in that case, I'm moving here. Yeah, I checked, I can just about make it. And I'm attacking this guy.
This guy being ping on him.
Okay, I'm presuming the
The
other
one
guy.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
I'm facing.
You can sneak attack that one.
I'm getting a normal roll. And I think I miss.
You do, unfortunately. As you go to swing, Manus's bright light of a shield just catches your eye and diverts your sword, unfortunately.
God damn it, Manis!
God damn it!
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I literally can't do anything else. I moved all my movement and I attack.
Okay. Then it is that goblin's turn. He is dead. Craig, back to you.
Isn't this Craig?
Yes. Well,
Oh.
There was 2 pings there. He's not in the river, but he is up top. Yes.
I'm not in the river.
Unfortunately, not.
Seems like a better place to be.
Yep,
These these
that's
extra skills I have here, is this stuff that you added? Because I don't remember these.
What do you mean by extra skills?
I didn't have Burning Hands, Command, or Hex before.
Burning Hands and Command are from the Fiend, which were not added because it's not added on the SRD. You get those spells for picking the Fiend at level 1. Hex.
Okay.
I don't think you should have Hex, as you took Illusionary Split and Charm Person.
Yeah, there's like 3 extra things showing up here. I don't remember.
Yeah, Burning Hands and Command are from your pact. Hex. Oh no, I added Hex because you were talking about removing Illusionary Script, and I was going to show you Hex. I think it's a good stroll. But yes, so you won't have access to Hex. You'll have Charm Person, Illusionary Script, Burning Hands, and Command.
Well, as we know, Charm Person's useless. So. I guess I'll just take aim at this same goblin as before with another Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll
Wait.
to hit.
You mean this one?
No, that one did.
No,
Oh,
the one, the
okay.
blue one.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Oh yeah, Eldritch Blast has a huge range, so I never have to worry about range with Eldritch Blast. It's quite nice. That unfortunately does not hit.
Well, at least you didn't almost hit anyone from your group, so progress.
I'll just turn to the warlock and go like, join the.
You know, I think in all the time I've played this so far, I haven't actually successfully done anything.
Don't worry. Yuan's just hit 2 things that literally can't fail.
Yeah.
It's back to the big goblin at the top, who kicks his friend awake. Ooh, who sits there. Yes, you do know, goblin. He's just screaming until he get up, this lazy sack of whatever. We'll be a bit polite. And runs. Oh, this marking system. Let's remove that. Kicks that goblin awake. And runs over the corpse of the unconscious human. And just starts screaming in common. You can now all hear him. Stop or I'll kill this human. I will slit his throat. And the rest of the goblins. That one is just standing by you with his sword up, looking at you, Manus. That one is holding his action as well. And your turn, Roxy.
I'm gonna move here and hold a firebolt for this guy if anything kicks off. So if any of them show any sign of attacking, I'm just gonna firebolt him.
Okay. And the rest of the 2 goblins, again, just standing there prepared. And back to your turn, Jan.
Okay. In terms of the battlements, because I'm struggling with like the geographical inclines and such. In retard units, how high is 10 feet? About 3 meters, right?
3 meters.
Yeah.
How tall are the goblins-ish? 1 meter-ish? What I'm asking is, if I'm standing close to
About
the
1
edge,
meter-ish, yes.
if I'm standing close to the edge, I would probably not see them on top of the ledge if I was close to it.
If you were directly on it, probably not directly on the ledge, no. Maybe if they were on it, overlooking. Oh, if you were over there.
No, this is like, if I move to here, would I see both of them then?
Oh,
That seems more.
yeah, this one with kind of like half cover is not that great, but you would still get a general gist of it. You move across to there, yeah, you could see them all in that square.
Okay, I'll stand here. Then I'll yell out, "I don't give a shit about humans, that's not a gnome!" And I'm going to cast sleep.
Okay, as a
far
reaction
into the...
to that,
Okay.
this goblin is going to cut the humans, is going to kill this human, and these two goblins are going to attack you, Menace. And then Roxy, you'll be able to fire an attack on that goblin. Yeah.
Then quest... Oh, quest failed.
No, we just need to capture one of them alive.
No, we don't, because the one person we needed to save is now dead.
There were two of them. Do you see the dwarf? I don't see a dwarf.
Yeah, but we're not here to...
Manis, I'm not discussing this now. You're being attacked and I'm casting sleep.
Okay. So
Okay.
that human is dead. Well, he'll be out.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
He is now unconscious and bleeding out. This goblin is going to attack you, Manis, for 19.
That would be to hit roll minus not the damage though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I wish they don't do 19 damage, unfortunately. No.
Sorry, so this human is unconscious or dead?
He has currently been stabbed, bleeding out. He is
Okay,
unconscious and dying.
so he could theoretically still be saved.
Yes. Theoretically.
Okay.
Manage, you take 7 points of damage. Minus 3 is
Minus
4.
3, that's 4, yeah. I'll modify my character sheet in a second.
And 19 to hit? That can't be right. Oh shit, that's the wrong fucking dice. That's
What you?
20
you...
to hit? No, I rolled a d100 somehow.
Oh.
I have no idea how that happened. I was mousing over and it's like... Never mind. It's a 20 to hit. 1d6 plus... And then the second one will take 8 points of damage minus 3.
That's
So
5
5
and I'm
points
dead.
active.
I'm dead. That's it.
You're unconscious. So it was that. Then Roxy, you had a reaction to hold against this goblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to shoot to attack that goblin? That definitely hits. And that's 5 damage. Minus 5. So in a very quick flurry, as this gnome screams out how much he doesn't care about goblins, your paladin, with 2 scimitars piecing from either side, just falls to the floor. A goblin takes a firebolt in the face, just in front of you, Jane. And then do you want to cast sleep?
Yep, I now want to cast it in the back of the room up there, like there-ish.
5. Yep.
Well, what's the rightmost angle I can see?
Say like...
Just click this button like a ping.
Can you see there? That would block vision there. The rightmost would probably be like there or there.
Okay, that's where I cast it.
Okay. Roll the sleep hit dice then.
What's your radius for that one?
Okay. As you cast sleep into the back, these 2 goblins looking pretty drowsy, just shake it off and grin menacingly at you.
Okay. Then I don't have much movement left, I think.
You'd come from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No, then I don't have any movement. So that
Oh yeah,
ends my
no.
turn.
Okay. Lahalin, your turn.
Can I see that guy? The guy with his throat cut from where I'm.
From where you are not, no. You'd probably have to get to like here to be able to see it.
Can I stand on a goblin?
You can stand on a goblin's corpse, yes. Why is that 6 here? You guys shouldn't see that. What the fuck?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Maybe like, sorry, I pinged a bit more. But like there, you could probably see him. Maybe It will say you could do it there, just one down from you. Fuck it, wherever. One down, yeah. You could see him between the stalagmites, I'll say, between the little gap in the rock and the...
Okay, then I'll try to cast a healing word towards him so I can stabilize him from a distance.
How many spell slots do you have left? Have you used 2
No, that's the
before you short rest?
Ah, so I only had 1. In that case,
Like, wait, could you have even healed Manus?
Yeah, he could have healed me because he recovered one
used-
slot.
No, he didn't. It's a short rest. Only wizards do.
Oh,
He would
okay.
have he used healing words at the bottom, then healing touch. Yeah, so
Well,
you
it-
actually have no spells left at all.
It doesn't matter because the second.
I can't be asked to undo everything, but
No,
yeah.
but it doesn't matter because I didn't get hit after he got me healed up to 5. So the only difference that I would have died from was the first hit of the goblin, not the second hit of the goblin. So that doesn't change anything.
It doesn't matter either. I can't be asked retconning that long about it. It was anything doesn't matter. You would have no spell slots left, unfortunately.
well, in that case, I'm not moving there. I'll move towards this goblin, activate my shield, and whack him over the head.
Where did you start? You started there 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that is a but yes. So it'll be a bonus action to cast it and then hit him with the quarterstaff. Yes.
Wasn't it a club? It doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, club. Sorry.
How do I cast and whack him with it so I don't have to go through the rolling?
Don't worry about casting it. You can just say you cast it. It's a cantrip, so you don't have to take it off. I added it under your attacks, under attacks and spell casting.
Let's see. Okay. Does it hit? For 10?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at your spell sheet. 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
So I go, whee!
So you empower it, and the goblin just manages to duck out of it. Manus, you're unconscious. Make a death saving throw, please. Mark 1 failed death off on the death saving throw. And then, Jane, it is your turn.
By the way, how do successes and failures on death saves work in this?
3 deaths and you die, 3 successes and you get to 1 HP. You keep on going until you get one of them.
Okay. I attack this goblin. "13 hits.
13 does not hit.
Great.
Again, the goblin just ducks out the way. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of everything. I've got quite a few people whispering me. That's done. Yeah, so would you like any movement or anything? James, anything else you'd like to do?
No. Wait. Jonid, any melee attack?
Any melee attack and within 5 feet of Manus, attacking Manus, will give him 2 death saves.
As technically it's a crit, yeah.
Yep. So literally, if one of the goblins decides to whack him now, Manus dies.
Just
Okay.
out of character, goblins are not going to carry on beating on a dead PC when there's people alive that are going to kill them.
Okay.
So they're not going to carry on attacking Manus, they're going to
No.
try and kill the people who are trying to kill them still. But yes.
No, because the way this is phrased, I understood that if any melee attack disregarding the target is made within 5 feet of Manus.
Oh, I mean onto that.
Okay,
unconscious
on Manus.
person.
Yeah, that's.
I think I
that's slightly more
literally
reasonable.
wrote on an unconscious target.
No, of an unconscious target.
Oh, yeah,
That's
sorry. On. Yeah, wrong position word used there. Sorry.
because I was scared. I just killed Manus.
You swing at the goblin and accidentally decapitates the paladin.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
So that goblin is dead. Can I just... Yeah, I can move him off the initiative. That'll make it a lot easier. So, top of the round's next to you, Craig.
I mean, at this point, I don't even feel like trying Eldritch Blast anymore. Maybe I just like fire my crossbow and see if I have more success.
If you're using Eldritch Blast, please use it on this one. So you don't hit us or Manis.
I can't see anything else anyway from over here. Okay, I'll try it once more. See if it goes anywhere.
Yes,
Hey!
it does.
That one hits. So click Eldritch Blast in the chat. Yeah, there we go. So 8 points of force damage. So some purple, twisting, hexy magic flies through the air and takes out a goblin just leering over Manus' corpse.
A goblin is what over my corpse?
Leering over your corpse. He was leering at you, just
Tapping.
kind of satisfied in his kill, and purple energy just came from straight out from the side, from down the cave. Just like, that's force damage, so it knocks him unconscious. Nearly, his head just goes at a 90-degree angle and just falls unconscious to the floor.
Did he just snap his neck?
Yep.
He did. The goblin is completely dead.
I'll like try and give an awkward wink, but just end up closing both eyes at once.
Okay. So I think Rox, you're the only one that can see this. Behind it, you just see a tiefling blinking suggestively at you, almost confused, trying to wink.
I just mouth WTF back at him.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Craig?
No, don't think so.
So top down, the largest goblin on top of the rocks, still with his sword over the top of the human. Only you, you know, he'll speak in common. He'll speak to all of you. He said, "Last chance. Surrender, or we kill the human." And he just sits there waiting for everyone's response.
Didn't you already kill him?
He's unconscious. Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, what are the terms of this surrender? Like, what does he expect us to do?
Speak to him and find out.
I'm probably too far away. Someone else do it.
I actually have a quite good comment to make, but you know I'm unconscious.
You're a pile of bones on the ground.
Well, none of us can actually answer.
Oh,
him.
you motherfuckers managed to get me permanently killed?
He yelled at you in common. You can all understand him.
Yeah, but like, it's not our turn.
We're kind of skipping turns for the bit and opening it to a conversation. If anyone would like to speak to him, you can reply to him or carry
I
on
will.
turns and
Okay.
actions and fire things. Or there is kind of initiative. We're going to do it round by round, but it's not going to be in strict initiative order. If you would like to do something that's going to start a conversation,
I'm going to speak to the leader, and I'm going to persuade him to give up now that half his forces are dead and we're still all alive. Good manners. So I'm just going to say to him, "You're the one that's in the worst state of battle here. I'm going to ask you to surrender and leave the human now." I will roll a persuasion for that.
okay? Oh shit!
That's promising.
with this very puzzled, confused look at you. As well, you've got 2 people dead on the floor. What ground do you have? How about if you want to surrender? Well, I've recently become king of this cave. With a mighty bugbear before. We have very powerful allies. So
I just
try and leave.
I just replied.
Did you mention a bugbear?
I'd
No,
like
I'd
like
he knows he was dead.
shoot in there.
Yeah, but does he knows we killed it?
No, not yet.
Can I shoot in?
Just
Well,
fine shoot in.
As in reply to what
Oh,
you just said.
yes. So when you can try and shoot at him, sure.
Well, first of all, we only have 1 guy because I don't know who you're standing with, but we're not with him. So we have 1 guy down, and you have 3.
Why are you in
Secondly-
my cave then?
Because we killed, like, that bugbear thing you were talking about, and we were trying to hunt the rest of you down. So our goal is to kill you.
How did
We
you
can
find
let
us?
you... Can I finish the sentence?
No, he's a panicked goblin.
We followed your trackers. You ambushed us on the road.
Okay.
The
If
one
you're going to be
crash any
talking,
rock.
if you're going to be talking this long, Manus, can you roll 2? No, just do 1 death saving throw.
Yeah, give me a second.
No, I'll do 1 for this human again. 1 success, 1 fail. Oh, that's not on here.
That is success.
That's 1 success. Yep. So mark off 1 success.
Did
Am I okay to continue the conversation?
You can both carry on if you want. Sorry, I was just trying to kind of keep track roughly.
So just picking up,
Into-
so I just turn around and motion to Yuan just to quiet down a little bit. I turn back to the lovely goblin and just say, "You're outnumbered. If you want to continue ruling this cave, you're going to step against the wall and order all your goblins to stand down very quickly. And I'm going to roll intimidation for this. Because while I'm doing it, I'm just starting to light my hand up into a fireball kind of motion.
You're going to light your hand into a fireball.
no, he's using that as an
I'm
intimidation.
getting ready.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting ready to cast a fireball.
you actually want to start casting it.
No,
I'm
he's
sure-
using
I'm
is that
showing-
as an intimidation.
But I mean, you actually had. What I mean is, you actually want to start going through the process of casting it as intimidation.
Yes.
Okay. He just laughs back at you. You wouldn't even dare. You may be outnumbered, but you are looking very much. I can only see 4 of you here. 3 of us could take you.
I interject. Boy, that was a bad move.
You want to threaten him as well?
Not necessarily. I'm actually too far away, I think.
Christ. Would you want to initiate the conversation? We get everyone involved in it. I'm just trying to keep it kind of some sort of linear story thing. Would you like to get involved in the conversation, or?
Well, I'm ready to throw down because I'm not having anyone laugh at me. So if anyone else wants to talk, you best talk quick.
Like, did he just laugh at Roxy there?
Yep.
When he had the fireball in his hand, yes. The
Alright.
initiative check of only 10. Yes.
So whose turn is it if we want to continue attacking?
If you're going
Fuck
to turn
it,
it to have it, we're going to well, goblins would have held their actions, as I presume some of you, and we'll just start from top of initiative again, with Manus and the human having to roll a death saving throw. As I presume that takes a bit longer than 6 seconds, will be a bit.
So I'm trying another death save.
Yes.
Because I'm going to cast the firebolt, so you might as well do the goblins' turns.
I'm going to cast a fireball too, probably. But,
Oh, that's another success.
Now you roll 18s.
I didn't roll badly this game session, trust me. Haven't missed a single roll I did tonight.
Okay. So with everybody looking very, very on edge, with Craig outside of the room, the two goblins looking very poised to attack the one goblin behind. Everyone looked like a Mexican standoff, as in very close to tensions. Roxy, what would you like to do?
I think we all know.
You're going to cast a firebolt? Okay, so you cast a firebolt. This goblin finishes off this human, so he is now permanently dead. That goblin's going to attack you, that goblin's going to attack the rogue. So we'll start with top initiative. Should be the goblin then. Jane!
Once again, I'm attacking this
How do I
goblin.
there we go.
I think that hits.
That does hit. You'll get sneak attack as Lachlan is next to him distracting you.
And
That
I
is
think is
a lot of
slightly
damage. He is,
in the.
yes,
I think he's sliced.
he is dead. So as Roxy starts casting up this fireball, you just quick and short and quick, short sort of straight in the lower back, up the ribs. Goblin just not a chance. So next would be you, Craig. Is Craig here? Right, you see.
I'm just gonna AFK a second.
Oh, I thought I thought you see that I've got really shit in it. That's all.
Oh no, everyone's here. Just I think Craig's just gone AFK.
Okay. Well, this is all supposed to be a kind of reaction round, but just determining the order. We'll say Craig won't be able to attack anyway, so he'll be able to move if he wants to come in when it's his turn. Go to that. Oh, that one's dead. Oh no, this one's still alive. This one's going to shoot at you, Roxy.
Okay.
4, 13.
Armor class is 14.
Oh, barely misses. He's managed to duck very quickly out of the way, and that goblin's dead. You rolled your firebolt. Which one was that? The one on the left.
Yep.
Do you want to roll damage on that one?
Yeah, I'll do the damage then.
So I know people are getting impatient now, so I am trying to speed it up just a second. So again, that's hit squarely in the chest. Goblin's looking pretty rough. And that goblin's dead. That goblin's dead. Yonid, your turn.
I'm going to cast Firebolt and miss the same target that Roxy just attacked.
Oh, okay. But valid strategy.
Actually, I'm going to crit the shit out of him. Never mind.
What is this?
What the hell is this? I agree.
Roll damage. Does it work correctly on Fireball? Fireball?
I think it did.
Works fine now.
It does, yeah. Click on
Last week. Yeah, it does.
Oh no,
Ouch.
that's another attack roll.
Click on the where it says firebolt below. There you go.
Oh,
1d10.
Click on the
1d10.
name,
Yes.
it turns...
5, 7, 8. Strangely, you do less than Roxy's Fireball.
Does he die though?
He does not.
Alright.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And I'll yell
And
out in
he's-
common.
Okay.
About to be only you left. You can change your mind. And that's my turn.
Does it matter
Oh,
if he changes
actually-
his mind since he already killed the guy?
Actually, We should probably interrogate him, but I'll move here so he can't
You're
see
not
me.
going to be able to move. This was just kind of the order of the reactions that were going to go off rather than full
Oh.
turns.
Never mind.
Which is why we're going for the order of the initiative. It wasn't. This is why I said Craig could maybe move in as a reaction, but he wouldn't actually be able to do it. Oh,
Okay.
perfect timing, Craig.
Big back.
You can move in closer to the fight if you would prefer for this round.
Was there a fight? When I left, we were discussing stuff. What happened since then?
Roxy got impatient and everyone started attacking each other again, basically.
We
Okay.
only have to save one human now.
Oh, that is a point. You have to roll another death save when it gets to your turn, Manus.
So, sorry, what were you saying I could do?
You can move up to 5 squares, and that is it. You won't be able to attack this turn, but if you wanted to, you could move.
Okay, I'll move like here-ish, I guess.
Okay. Lahalan,
Yes, sir.
it is your turn.
I'm gonna whack this guy.
5, 10, 15, 20,
It's about 25.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah. Yes!
Merci, man.
So, wing and a miss.
This severely bloody goblin coughing on, clasping like his chest, which is just a cluster of cinders from the 2 firebolts he contains. But unfortunately, you do manage to just barely miss him and just swing just over his head. Managed to roll his death saving throw.
And it was a success, and I'm stabilized.
Yep, you are now at 0 hit points. You will gain 1 hit point in an hour.
But at least I can talk right now,
Yep.
right? Like,
Nope, you are unconscious, but you would
Oh,
have
okay.
to make no more death saving throws. And Jane, your turn.
Okay. So. Okay, I can just barely move to this guy. I am facing him and I attack him. That's pretty much all I can do right now. And I miss.
Again, as you charge up with the fury of the paladin, who you're not quite sure is stabilized, not trying to get revenge, you do barely miss him, unfortunately. And Craig, your turn again.
So I guess I just have sight on one of these goblins from here.
From where you are, yeah, you can just see the one, the very heavily injured one. You have heard the sound of the goblin, I presume. I won't see yelling. Possibly from the one around the corner, you know there's another goblin. So you could move the bit on if you didn't want to.
Okay, I'll just attack him then. Do I get like disadvantage or something for being low down?
No, it's only 10 feet. No, you just be a normal attack roll. Yep, 17 does hit. So 5 points of force damage. Oh, what the hell is that blue stuff? Again, he's... Sorry, pardon?
It was me writing 10 feet because I wanted to remember how high that
Ah! Okay, so as the rest of you watch, the tiefling for the second time comes in and gets the finishing kill with purple helixes flying out of his hands and killing another goblin.
Can I just ask on that note, how does temporary health work? How temporary is it?
Into a short rest, I believe.
no, I know what he's talking about. The temporary hit points is when you go over your normal hit points, like when you get a buff or something like that.
I know what they are, I want to know how long they last.
Unless this has a duration, they last until they're depleted, or you finish a long rest.
Okay, well, I think I had some passive where I get like extra hit points for killing something.
You do, as the Fiend Warlock. Does it have a duration written on it? I don't believe so.
Starting at first level, when you just a hostile creature has 0 hit points, you gain temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier plus your warlock level.
Okay, there you go then. So you gain, what's your charisma? 3, so you gain 4 temporary hit points. I don't think it stacks on top of itself. I believe it just has a temporary hit point cap of 4.
It
Let me
will
just
always
check.
overwrite itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Nope, you just get the 4 temporary hit points, unfortunately.
And I only have 9 hit points, so an extra 4 is not going to go amiss.
So there's Craig, and it's the Goblin boss again, who's now petrified. He just screams at the top of his lungs, if he's going to die, he's going to take you with me, and charges directly to you, Jane, as you are the closest. For, what the hell, 19 to hit?
Yeah, it does.
I know. Watch, if I ever play a character, I will hit ones constantly. But as a GM, this is fantastic. And it's 6+. You take 6 points of damage from his scimitar.
Okay.
And he seems bloodthirsty, panicked, hysterical. He's looking pretty on edge. Dead, dead, dead. Roxy, your turn again. Oh, magic missile. I was going to say 4 does not.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
damage. Magic missile always hits.
Yep.
Doesn't it?
It does.
So it's 3 of those, please, all on him.
Oh yes. Does it not times it by 3?
No.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
12.
Okay.
But wait, you can't use this, like, it's not a cantrip, right? It's the...
No, that's a first level spell.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay. Because that sounds a bit overpowered.
So now it's the guy with this flaming red hair. Not actually flamed, it's very bright red. Looks a little bit pissed off and enthralled by the battle, very energetic, loving the bloodthirst. And it just leeches 3 arcane missiles that just hit him square in the chest. And he's looking extremely rough. It even almost makes him stagger back a bit. He's got to compose himself. If you just click the spell from your spellbook, it will link
No,
it.
I tried that. It just cost the spell instead.
Yeah.
Because some spells I can click and some spells will cost.
Oh yes, anyway, I'll link it later. Goblin takes crap tons of damage. He's looking very pleased, so that was a shed ton. Goblins are dead, but it runs back to you. Yonin.
Okay, I'll yell 4 seconds to surrender, and then I'll start doing the motions to cast Fireball. And just before I say the final word to have 1 second left, I'll count down like 4, 3, something happening, 2.
I think
It's
that...
not his turn. If you wanted to see if he was going to surrender, you could hold the action until something was going to happen. But he can't react at the moment if that's what to do, unless the rest of the party want to give up their turns or that. But
Okay, I'll hold my action then until he decides to strike out, and then I'll still stay with the this is your chance to surrender, or and then I'll
okay.
hold.
I think
So
this
there's
is... isn't this an intimidation roll with advantage?
He's not trying to actually do anything. He's currently casting. All of you see Yonid's intent to take this guy prisoner, and he's holding a spell. And what would the rest of you like to do on this turn?
I'd
And then-
like, yeah, because the reason I'm doing this, I want to keep him alive for interrogation and questions. But I'm not going to let him kill Jane. If he
Yes.
still wants to like kill him.
Yes. So again, any signs of hostile actions from this creature, you'll cast your firebolt at him.
Yep.
And I've now lost the turn order. There you go. Lahalan, your turn.
Well,
You can knock him out though.
yeah, I could. How do I even whack
If
him
you-
over the head so he doesn't?
If you don't want to kill something, you just say I want to try and do non-lethal damage. That's
Okay.
literally it. Just say you don't want to kill him, and it'll be dealt as non-lethal damage, which means
Okay, so it's non-lethal damage attempt. So
Yeah.
for Shillelagh.
it's exactly the same as normal damage. It just when it gets to 0, they just don't die. That's
Yeah, I
definitely
think-
hits.
Conk him over the head with the club.
Yeah, roll damage. Sorry, thought you were rolling damage.
What was it? 1d8.
Oh yeah, if you click whatever that word is, Shillelagh, it should roll
Shillelagh.
it.
I did, and just rolled it. Oh, never mind.
If you
Like so.
mouse over the
There you go.
yeah, that,
So you just come over and bonk him on the head. It's just they're still screaming. This guy looks bloodthirsty as ever. He is petrified. He's had everyone slaughtered in front of him. Let's see, unconscious. Jane, your turn.
I'm also trying to knock him unconscious.
Sure.
With very sharp weapons.
Let's say I hit him with a pommel.
Yeah, sure.
I hit him with the back of the blade.
Yes, unfortunately, only melee attacks can deal non-lethal damage for some stupid reason. But there's ways.
Yes, I can see how you can...
No, I was talking to Yonid, not you. As in, if you want to keep him alive, if you go to 0, then you can stabilize. There's ways around rather than just.
Oh yeah,
So-
but I wasn't wanting to cast it at him and like think my firebolt
Yes.
would like huddle him to sleep. That was just to intimidate and kill him if he tried something.
Yeah, he's pretty unconscious.
Okay. So roll your non-lethal damage critical strike.
Is it with or without sneak attack? If it's
It-
non-lethal.
Johnny Lalan's next to him, so it'll be with sneak attack still.
Okay. So...
Splat.
How the hell is that?
6 plus 11...
Oh, he is barely. No, he's not barely, but he is very, very unconscious. Nearly just completely dead.
So he's comatose, basically.
So, yeah. Okay.
So
As you walk
basically-
up, you just
So-
yeah, like straight. You sit there with the intent to not kill him, but as you're sliding it in through his stomach, you just lose track of it and get a bit caught up in the movement, and just impale him, like straight through the chest. Stop at the last second for flat out disemboweling him, but he is extraordinarily unconscious.
With
Yeah,
his
I-
pommel?
Yes,
I was
it's a
thinking-
very sharp pummel.
No, I was thinking more like I wanted to hit him with the back of the blade, and I remembered at the very last second that it's dual-edged.
So
So I stopped right.
Yeah, right between his
That-
spleen and lungs.
Exactly.
So we'll say he's down to 0. There we go.
Looking at you,
So
I said, "Hey, you said you wanted him alive, not how much alive."
with
This is
Yeah.
live-ish.
a half sigh of relief, half is he dead?
I'm
Goblin
raising my
falls to the
shoulders
floor.
and
All of you looking very battered and broken, and your paladin on the floor, who none of you know whether he's alive or dead yet.
Can I go and like see if he's breathing?
You can roll a medicine check.
Manus is dead.
Unfortunately, with his plate and that in the way, you can't quite manage to get any vital signs off of him. It's not that you can't find it. It's not that you don't, there's none. It's just you can't find any, unfortunately.
I'm also trying my luck. Medicine.
So, as a group, after this battle,
Yeah.
what individually for each person would you all like to be doing after this battle ends? So, we've got Jonid and Jane rushing over to Manus to see if he's still alive. Lahallan, Roxy, Craig. That's it. What would you two like to be doing?
I will be doing this.
Well, is he alive?
I swear to God, he's going to be. I thought so. Even though
Really,
he is
Nina?
unconscious,
Oh!
you still
Oh.
managed to miss.
I thought you can't miss an unconscious person.
You rolled a natural 1.
Oh yes, you can. Oh, by the way, if he's unconscious and you
Wait,
if you can
usually
raise
natural
the
one. Usually natural ones means he hits himself in the face.
No, natural ones just mean you fail. For flavor, you can add.
No, it's critical fail. It's not just fail. It's critical fail.
Yes, you normally just miss still. Unconscious just means that he is incapacitated. You have advantage on the attack rolls, but he is also prone, so you have disadvantage as he is unconscious. And
Oh,
he is
yes,
a ranged
okay.
spell. So unfortunately, you still miss the goblin. Lahallan, as you are standing there looking over this goblin, a fireball just literally grazes straight past your leg. And all of you tending to manage to see a fireball fly out from the bottom corner. Well, bottom ledge towards the recently dead goblin.
Can I pick up that goblin?
The unconscious one.
Yep.
What's your
roll a
strength?
strength check.
-1? Think?
That's your number.
8.
8.
Yeah, just. I think.
Go on. Allow me
Sure.
to pick it up and drop it next to Yuan.
Are you throwing it or walking it?
No.
Okay.
Walking it to you and dropping it at your feet and say, "Here, have your way with it."
Alright.
Okay.
Then. Okay. Before
Right.
I ask, does that kill the goblin?
If you dropped it off the ledge, yes. But
Okay,
no,
well,
he
He
did change
walked
it to
him
walking
down.
out to- yes. So the current situation, you have Manus, who none of you know is dead or alive, a dead goblin on the floor,
I
and
can check as well.
Roxy
Hold on,
trying
Manus.
to kill the goblin.
Okay. So I acted before Roxy, so I'm assuming I'll act before him this time. So I'll
You
turn to
didn't-
Roxy and.
It's kind of all
No,
happening at
actually-
the same time. I'm trying to. If you want to try and stop him, and you want to try killing, if you want to carry on killing him, and you want to stop him, we'll roll initiative to see who goes higher.
Okay.
But this is kind of. I'm just. Instead of rolling every single thing that people are doing, it's not even for like storytelling. If people just explain what they're trying to do, or would like to achieve in this situation, and we can talk
My-
out and see how we can make it work.
Okay, look,
If I
I'm
want to roleplay, like rolling some dice, I do that.
Okay, but to say what I would do if Lalan carries the goblin down, I would stand between the goblin and Roxy, and I would turn to Roxy and say, "We can kill him after we know where the other bad guys are, but not before." And I'll prepare a firebolt to cast at Roxy.
To cast at Roxy. Okay.
Cast at Roxy.
What I said earlier, I'm actually going to do. So I'm going to pick it up, put it at your feet,
It's
and
already
say
at.
you can. Yeah, okay, so it's at his feet. Well, in that case, I'll also check if I can. Manus's vitals.
Okay, so lots of people through the things trying to do one at the same time. So the fight has ended. Manus is unconscious on the floor. You've had Jane and Yuan? No. Yonid run over to him and check if he's still alive. Craig, you continue trying to kill the goblin. And Lahallan, you've carried the goblin and just plonked it on the floor. Right next to Manus. Let me get rid of these other
Yeah, exactly.
dead goblins to the side, and we'll just for simplicity's sake. He's dead, he can stay there. So you dropped him next to there. You've walked down the steps, plonked him there. And then now we have, while you are checking for his pulse, we have Craig and Yunid. Roxy, sorry. Roxy
I
and
doing
Yunid
the
get a
medicine check?
standoff. In a second.
Okay.
Roxy and Yunid. So, Roxy, you've just had a threat from a little gnome.
No, I was trying to reason with him and saying that.
Okay.
Do we
Still
roll
an
initiative?
intimidation.
I literally said that we can kill him after, but we should interrogate
Yes.
him.
And you got a firebolt ready.
Yes, he has started casting Fireball.
I started holding a fireball.
Okay.
Do we cast initiative?
If you want to do a hostile action which might determine split seconds things, yes, you would both have to roll initiative. If you'd like to talk about it and play other things, you can talk about it, but currently, depends on what your next move would be. What would you like to do next?
I'm going to just laugh in his face and then walk up to the dead human and search him.
Okay.
I'll respond by stopping the cast, and I'll find a piece of rope and start asking for someone to help me tie up the goblin.
Okay, so you are tying up a goblin.
Can I interject something?
Sure.
Before you
Yeah,
tie up
British
the
blood?
goblin, can I suggest like an alternate path?
Sure.
Okay, so the goblin's unconscious. If I attempt to charm the goblin, and when he regains consciousness, we can make up some story about how the rest of the goblins turned on him to try and take over, and how we came in and saved him. That's why he's still alive and they're not. And with my charm, we can like convince him that we're friendly to him and that he should give up information to us.
Wouldn't the target need to be, conscious in order for?
He did say he was going to wait for it to regain consciousness.
I don't see anything that indicates it needs to be conscious. It just says the charm a humanoid you can see within range. And the duration is like 1 hour, so if he regains consciousness within that time, then we can spin that to our advantage.
I guess that would work, assuming he regains consciousness in an hour. I mean, he's almost spilling his guts, literally. Yeah,
Are we
fine.
likely to be waiting around here more than an hour to see if he does? Like, if he's not awake within the hour, are we just going to be moving on, or are we going to be finishing him off?
We had to wait until Manis. Actually, did Lalan understand
Okay.
that Manis is conscious?
As you are discussing this, Roxy, can you roll an investigation check, and Lahalan, can you roll a medicine check, please?
Sure thing.
Okay, you can carry on talking about what you were trying to do now, sorry. Thank you.
I'm thinking we're not supposed. It doesn't really depend on when he regains consciousness. The whole point is for him to regain consciousness at any given time. We're just waiting for him to do it. Not sure if he does it in an hour though. I mean,
For the sake of like waiting for him to regain consciousness, like, could I
Yes,
just wait for him to wake up and then charm him like as he's waking up?
Yes, you're not literally going to be. I'm not going to make you roll in 6-second windows for an hour. You can just speed up time a bit if you would like. So, do you want to wait till a rough amount of time has passed? And then, as you see him stirring, cast Charm Person on him?
Yeah.
Before that, I'm also investigating the goblin to see if he has anything on him.
There's a goblin. There's got right. And the scimitar.
Okay, so you've got Craig leaning over the goblin, waiting to cast it for Craig. Unfortunately, this humanoid has been stripped of everything. He is literally in a horrible shape. Even ignoring the recent stabs from the goblin, this guy looks like he's been here for quite a while, being tortured and interrogated by these goblins. He has no armor, no clothes, scratch marks, cuts all over his body. There's unfortunately nothing of value on his body. It looks like it all might have been taken elsewhere or off his body. Helen, sure, you find a pulse. He's in bad shape. He's still alive, barely clinging on. And you can hear the subtle breath On your cheek is a glowsy. I can't think of something like that. Sorry, so many people. A lovely little breath on your cheek to indicate he is still alive. Almost like a little comic strip. Jane, what are you searching?
I am searching the unconscious goblin to see if he has anything on him.
All of these goblins, they wear their hide or leather armor. What do they wear? There's leather armor. They have a leather armor and a shield, a scimitar, a short bow. Nothing really of value or looks tattered, torn, broken. One functional, but not in the best of shapes. Maybe 3 or 4 arrows between them.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, I'm taking the arrows.
Okay, so everybody is waiting for for the goblin to regain consciousness. Would anyone do anything in this time?
By the way, how does scavenging arrows work?
You can regain. I'm probably not going to ask people to do it because that'll be annoying. But if there is time after a battle, you can spend, I think it's half an hour or so, regaining half of your spent ammunition throughout the fight.
Okay, so 3 arrows from the goblins, and one of those 2 I fired.
Okay, so over the course of this goblin waking up, Jane is rummaging around looking for arrows. Craig is over the goblin's body, waiting for him to stir. What would everybody else like to be doing?
Like I said, I'm gonna start meditating, attempting to recover any spells because I have no idea when he's going. And since I can do that semi-consciously...
That's a long rest. You can take 1 long rest a day. It's still not been a full day. You've literally woken up in the morning, went into taking a short rest in that cave. It's probably taken about 6 hours or so since you've entered this cave. You'd have to take a long rest with a full party if you wanted to. You want to sit down, try and take a short rest. Okay. So would everybody else like to sit down, take a short rest and wait for this goblin to recover?
I'm also taking a short rest.
Okay. So over the next course of an hour, Manus, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right, you're at 1 hit point. You've regained 1 hit point, you become unconscious, very foggy. You died maybe a minute before the other goblins, so you can have a bit of talking about. You come with 1 HP, and so your party members just standing over a goblin. Some of them resting, looking like having a little bit of lunch. Anybody else, if you have anything on a short rest? Craig, you regain your spell slots if you use them.
The first thing I say when I recover is, did you motherfuckers didn't use a goddamn healing potion on me?
Didn't have any.
We have 2 of them.
Oh, you
One of them is on you.
You were saying healing and then you shut off.
Oh, sorry.
You should be, sorry.
Jeff, I can only regain my spells in a long rest, yeah?
Sorcerer, yes. There's ways once you get your sorcerer points, but at level 1, we'll go into that when you level up. Level 1, yes, you can only do it out of your long rest, unfortunately.
Did I get to ask Roxy a question, by the way?
Sure. If you wanted to. Sorry, I thought you were going to ask him.
So, Roxy, do you hate everything or just goblins in particular?
Almost everything.
Why don't you want to take them alive and interrogate them before you kill them?
He kills things, I kill him. Simple as that.
Wouldn't you want to know where you can find more of them to kill them as well?
I'll find them, don't worry.
Okay then. You should work on your temper, and I should try to not be hostile towards you. Mostly because you're better than me. I'll look visibly dejected of how useless I feel.
I have to admit, out of character quickly, it is really funny you rolled a crit and somehow managed to do less damage than the normal roll. That is incredibly unlucky.
I know. And this is doing things to my confidence, I'm telling you, and it's not good.
Jaffa, if we are taking a short break, shall we just have a quick 5-minute break as well?
We're stopping in 40 minutes, but we can take a 5-minute break if people want as well.
Oh, I can go longer. I can go longer if people want to, or do you want to stop in 40 as well?
I'll probably have to stop in about 40 minutes anyway.
Oh, keep going then. Yeah, keep going.
So we have Yonid and Roxy having a little bit of a chat. Craig's coming over. You can take a short rest if you expended a spell slot, Craig. You can get that back over the course of a rest. As
I think
unfortunate.
I expended any, did I?
You only cast Eldritch Blast. Then no, you didn't. Manus, you have 1 hit point.
Is there any way I
Nine.
can recover any kind of health without using a spell or anything?
Without using a spell.
Or a long rest? So can
No,
I
you
recover any health during a short rest? Let me rephrase.
No, not unless you have hit dice.
Yeah, then I... No, because I used them the last time, so...
Yeah, then no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do in that case.
Well, myself, I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs, so...
No, actually I'm gonna go in this corner of the cave and do an investigation, perception, whatever, check on the corpse of the human, try to figure out who he was.
Sure. Got an investigation check. Mine 1.
Yeah,
You're pretty sure it's stone beneath you. I believe that's a corpse.
That's a weird looking dog, man.
You're still incredibly foggy from just recently recovering from being unconscious. Unfortunately, your wits aren't quite about you. You don't seem to find anything, unfortunately. Okay, so you have the goblin arousing. Arousing? Wonderful.
I think
You have the
rousing.
goblin rousing. Rousing up.
The
And,
goblin is getting aroused, we understand.
yep, it's a very sensual situation. And I presume as he's coming unconsciousness, you can cast Charm Person on him, Craig?
Yeah.
What is your spell DC?
I don't know what that is.
Under your spells, you'll have a list. One will be to attack, and one will be spell DC. Some spells automatically hit, but get a save against it, and the people have to roll against your save. So, for example, Charm Person, as it is a spell that affects your mind, is a Wisdom save. So he must roll a dice plus his Wisdom save to beat your spell DC. It will be like 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus charisma for you. So at the top of your list, you'll have spellcasting ability, spell attack bonus, and spell save DC.
No, 13.
Yep. It's wisdom, so it will be. They are not particularly. It's going to be minus probably, isn't it? It rolled a 5. So as he is arousing, your charm person, you see him twitch for a bit and feel your spell take effect.
Okay, I'm going to explain to him that the rest of the goblins in the cave turned on him, and we managed to rush in just in time to save. But his memory might be a bit foggy because he was knocked unconscious during the fight.
Okay, roll a deception check with advantage. Holy shit, not a chance. Okay, he comes around, looks at you, noddingly, knowing. It's just, well, I thought they believed in me after we killed the bugbear. I thought we were on the same page. Thank you very much. Nowhere near well spoken in Goblin. I'm very crackled.
Okay, at this point I'm going to open the conversation floor to someone who actually knows what happened before and why we're even here. Because I don't know.
I intervene and ask, we're looking for a couple of our friends that came down the road with on horseback. Human and the dwarf.
Okay.
Do you know
Well-
anything about him?
Well, we ambushed a human and a dwarf with humans. Oh, he's dead. He was alive. The dwarf has been taken elsewhere.
Where elsewhere?
Well, I'm afraid I don't know that. We've just the bugbear dealt with all that. I have no idea. But recently we discovered him dead, and now I'm leader. He was calling all the shots.
Who would know other than the bugbear?
Well, I don't know. I've heard some sort of mentions. Oh Christ, where is that gone? 2 seconds. Some sort of mentions of a King Growl, but we don't deal with that. Again, we were never allowed to speak to him. The bugbear dealt with that.
Where is that king?
Oh, I've no idea. I just sit in this cave and follow orders. You might be able to find some stuff if you speak to him.
Yeah, but now you're giving orders. Aren't you supposed to know who? You know?
Oh, my orders were just to get that pays from gold and supplies you see in that room. I don't deal with any of that wicked woman.
What wicked woman?
Oh, I don't know. She just comes with the king. She scares the little crap out of me. I don't bother dealing with any of it.
Where can we find this king? Do you know?
No idea. He organised the meets. They came here, took supplies, took the dwarf, and left.
Left in what direction?
Just out of the cave. I think they went back to the trail.
So just to make sure I understand, there's this King Growl that has a wicked woman as his hench woman, and you took orders from them through the bugbear, and they ordered you to kidnap the human and the dwarf?
Yes. His name was Clark. He dealt with King Growl, and I've no idea. Her and some messenger came, some strange mentions of a black spider, and then they just took the dwarf and left.
What can you tell us about the woman? How did she look like? Was she an elf, a human, a dwarf, a goblin?
No idea. Woman, black robe, black hood, couldn't see her face. Frail thing.
Tall?
Quite tall. She was a messenger for a black spider, and they took him, took his belongings, took the dwarf, and left. We got to play with the human though.
Did they leave anything from the dwarf and from the human, or did they take everything from them as well?
What do you mean, sorry?
Any items, anything
Of the human?
of the human or the dwarf that are left in here in this cave?
Oh no, all the possessions were taken with them. The human, as I explained to oh no, you're unconscious. The human is just basically naked. He has got cuts. Even from the recent fight, he looks like he's been tortured here for weeks. Or maybe a week. There's nothing on him at all.
How often do
How-
the king and the
Visit.
woman fight?
First time I've seen her. Normally it's just a messenger only.
And how do you get? How did the bugbear get in touch with this king? How did he send him messages, or does he regularly visit?
King Growl. He's
Yeah.
chief of Cragmore. Everyone knows King Growl.
Sorry, what?
What?
He's chief of Cragmore tribe.
A goblin tribe.
Okay.
Everyone knows him.
Where is this famous Cragmore tribe? I've never heard of you.
Cragmore Castle.
And where is Craigmore Castle?
Just points through a wall. So I could show you. Basic map. In the forest is through a very dense forest out the other side. They-
Dennis, you have the map, right?
We do have a map, yes. Can you show
They're not
us
the
on the
most
map?
intelligent of creatures. They could point out where they are, but giving directions is not quite. They could tell you like what they follow through to get to that place, but an exact pinpoint thing, unfortunately, they don't normally know too much. They point out a location on the map that's about 20 miles northeast of Netherwinter Wood.
out of character question for the GM. So basically, we have a idea where the map is located, or where the castle is located.
If you look on this, it's like roughly. Oh, hang on. Well, that's been made super big. That did not get along with my fucking browser. 2 seconds. I'll just use this map. I tried to have a DM copy of that so I could point things out to you easier, and it's just broken most of it. It is 20 miles northeast of Neverwinter, which puts it like roughly. Is it there? I can't ping on that. Well, that's awful. Well, that's really irritating. I'll find you a picture of it later. It's like northeast of Winterwood.
It doesn't matter exactly where it is on the map from a game perspective.
Yes, you know the rough location of how to run
that's
first.
what I. So we know where we need to go next. That was my question.
That is where all the goblins in your tribe is, correct?
In my, not all of them. I mean, a lot stronger than us. Huge numbers compared to here, yeah.
Should we keep the goblin with us, or?
Roxy hasn't asked him a question in a separate language. Raging sociopath.
I've got no questions. I'm just waiting.
Oh,
No, that's what I mean. Your language is raging sociopath.
So I turn to Craig and just I just say, do we need him still? He's charmed, so he doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, I feel like we've got everything we can from him. If anyone else has more questions to ask.
Too late.
how many checkpoints? He was put to 0, wasn't he? Yeah, he's gone. As all of you are still asking around if there's any questions, a firebolt just comes and just burns a cavity in his chest, and he just falls lifeless on the floor.
And then I'll turn to you Anne, and just say, I guess there is no problem there.
Nope. Good riddance, I say. That bastard deserved that.
And then I just start walking out the cave.
I'll follow.
I turn to Jane and ask her if she checked the entirety of the cave for anything interesting left.
No, I didn't.
Shouldn't you?
Yes, I think I should.
Thank you.
No, also for the point of that everyone searches around, walks out. Humans have their hands on the back of people you can see in front, so they don't get lost in the darkness.
Do I find anything useful?
Don't find much. It's just a rest area. There's the dried, cured food here that doesn't smell too great. Doesn't smell like the goblins are particularly well versed in curing food. This looks like the general mess eating area of the
And
cave.
it's goblin food anyway, so
It's just
they
fish
can
with
have it.
benches, food, cooking fire in the far left corner.
By the way, I rolled a 6 for a hit dice. Do I recover them for a 1 hour rest or not?
No.
Okay.
But no, if you had a short rest, you do, yeah. Did
Yes,
you have
I
hit
did.
dice left? Oh yes, then yes, you roll. If you rolled a 1d6, at that number, add your constitution. It's how many hit points you get back
Okay.
for a short rest. If you had any left, that is, of course.
Yeah, I have 1.
Yes,
So I'm at full HP again.
wonderful.
Okay. So that's it for me. I'm also
That's it.
cave.
Does anyone have any business left in the cave?
Don't think so.
Don't think so. But there's one thing I just remember that we should have asked the goddamn goblin. What the fuck's happened with the statue? Maybe they know about it. Anyway, way
what?
too late.
Sorry, you disconnected for a bit.
I said that we should have asked the goblin about the jade statue, but yeah, too late now.
Yeah.
But Roxy said he knew what it was.
Well, if he said so, he didn't share with the rest of the class.
No, we agreed to split the money and talk like he would tell us what it was after we finished the game.
Okay. Shouldn't we take Günther's corpse with us back to the city?
But the dwarf's not here.
Yeah, but the human is.
Ah, but I don't know who that is. Theoretically, only you and Craig would know who that guy is. Because none of the rest of us have seen him before, I assume.
Yep. As I said, shouldn't we take him with us back in the town? I mean, we won't leave the corpse of a human in a cave to rot. At least let's get him to a proper cemetery and give him a proper burial.
Sure.
Jane is looking at you and says, "Go ahead."
You're carrying him though.
I'm looking at money saying, you're the paladin. Like yourself.
I'll come and help you carry.
Never mind.
Big low, huh?
You don't need to do athletics checks for carrying someone, or that is a fantastic roll. You do have weights and carries limits of how much you can lift and carry it. Your strength, it would slow you down to about half speed, but you could carry the corpse back to Phandalin if you wished.
And if I
Yeah.
help him?
What's your strength?
Mine is 8. So I'm -1. But I could like go behind and try to
Sure,
like
between the two of
push
you, you
up.
can move at normal speed while carrying the corpse.
So we're heading back to town.
Yes.
Okay,
Over the
before.
course of heading back to town, it takes you maybe a day's travel, so you'd have a long rest. So if you wanted to take a long rest before the town, you can, or if you wanted to push through and just get to the town.
No,
Data?
a question towards the GM out of character. So if we choose to take a long rest on the road, can we do it like reset our HP, reset our spells, reset our
If
hit
you
dice?
long rest, yes, you'd get all the benefit of a long rest, plus half your hit dice back, and you'd be filled to full hit points.
Perfectly, but that is not going to impede on the story in any way. So we can just say we took a long rest on the road. We just reset everything and go back to.
It might do. It adds an extra day to your timescale.
So here's a question then. If all I can do is rest along with the party for a full... What's the point of my racial again?
There is a point. You're a lot easier to go on guard and perception, as you only need 4 hours of rest. So you can do, I think was it 1.5? I can't remember how guard works in racial, but you have a lot easier time guarding as you only need 4 hours of rest. You can spend a lot more time being on guard and protecting the camp. It is just a more of a flavor racial. It's not actually performance enhancing like racials in Warcraft. Not that they're enhancing anymore. It's the fact that you just need 4 hours sleep is kind of a small thing. The bonus of elves is they're immune to sleep, they're immune to charm, they have good stats on the increase. I think they have double 2s, it +4 -2? Can't remember. But yes, unfortunately, you can rest if you could rest for 4 hours, but even if you can rest for 4 hours, you can still only long rest once per day to reset all your stuff. Basically, they changed once per day spells and abilities to once per long rest instead, and made long rest once per day.
Look, Jaffa. Okay, so the trip back to the city takes what, 1 day and something?
It will take you a full day's worth of travel. And
Okay.
it's probably late in the afternoon by now if you had the long rest, walked up to the cave. It's probably late afternoon at this point.
So the
So you
question
could
is,
rest and set off in the morning or push through the night to get there.
I
whatever
say
you
we
want to
rest
choose.
and not go through the woods, you know, in the middle of the night in the condition we are. Wink wink, I'm at 1 HP.
Yeah, I
We
second that.
agrees with you.
Okay, so
Sorry,
we take a long rest, we reset our hit dice and our HP.
Okay. So, as early evening sets in, you will set up camp, recover your full hit points, half your hit dice. Rest but forward, get all your spells back. Would anybody like to do anything throughout the night?
Are we outside or inside the cave?
Outside.
You guys have literally just said you set up camp at the moment.
Yeah, but are we still in? Did we do that before we left?
I don't
the
know.
cave, or are we on the?
You tell me. I don't know.
Nobody. Okay. I don't...
You
Janet,
guys have to talk. I don't know.
we
If
picked
we're
up the
inside
corpse
the cave-
and we went outside the corpse or the cave and we started going until nightfall and we set up camp somewhere outside the caves.
There you go. You
Okay,
currently just walked out the entrance and tell me you have a plan to rest.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to
So-
determine how and what.
So then I'll pick up a leaf, and you get the bag of dust again, and I'll try to sprinkle some of it on the leaf and see what happens.
Dust. Oh, from the pouch.
The pouch, yes.
Okay. Yes, we'll get to that in just a moment. Anybody else who would like to be on guard for the first and second night?
Yeah, I can take guard since I don't need.
I
And
can also
second
take
person?
guard since I don't have anything to recover.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still need
still get
to
a full
recuperate your
bonus.
fatigue.
Oh yes.
Where is it? Okay. So we've got guards for everything set up. Everyone restore things. Can you roll an Arcana check, please? Yuan?
Sure.
While we are around the campfire, settling for the night, I looked at Roxy and asked her, so, what's with that statue?
You cut off at the perfect moment, like, what's with the...
What's with that? Good question.
So, the weather, it's really bad around here, right?
I'm almost tempted just a firebolt, Menace.
You do what?
What was your
What was
question?
your question?
I was asking about the statue. You said that you're gonna tell us more about it after we leave the cave.
It's a bargaining tool with King Groll's little sidekick. You don't know much of her yet, but she's a bit of a pain in the ass, and I've got a personal battle to settle with.
I can get behind that. We still have to save one of my friends. The other one, well, we didn't do such a proper job about it. I'm hoping we'll get at least half of them back.
Who was you talking to then? Me?
Not necessarily to you, like to the whole camp.
What did you say? Sorry.
I was saying I can get behind Roxy's vendetta against King Growl's hench woman.
Only good goblin is a dead goblin, but if they can lead us to more goblins.
Yeah, but
let's
isn't
wait.
that hench person a human? Like, didn't the goblin say that's a human, not a goblin?
If they consort with goblins, they are as bad as goblins.
Fair point, fair point.
I mean, they mention like a king growl, and then a black spider. These does not seem like friendly people to me.
Oh, completely agree with that.
I'll hand Manis a ration and the potion of healing I had, and say you need this more than me.
Thank you.
And I'll say something. Are we sleeping now, or is this after the sleep?
This is currently just in your preparations for the long camp. It's early, it was, like I said, it was late afternoon, so I'm saying all of this happens in your preparation to set up camp for the night and before you set off to sleep for the night.
Does the healing potion have any weight, or it's just negligible?
It is, you use an
4.5.
action to use it, and it's instantly on that action. But you can't attack and drink at the same time.
I was asking about the inventory weight. If it has
it's a
any...
potion.
0.5.
Ah, okay, okay.
Not for this long rest. I'm gonna do it after this session because you're basically just gonna be going back to town, and then it'll basically be the last quarter of an hour. People will be leveling up.
I bring
Yeah, we'll do that between
You can
sessions.
do it over the course of the weekend.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
or next week. Everyone will level up.
No
So,
need
is
to
anyone
waste
like-
time now.
Any other plan?
Yeah, I'm looking at Jonas and lifting the healing potion and saying thanks for that.
I'll
I'm-
take up the bag of silvers and say, should we split this?
I'll also throw the bag of coppers in the mix and say, yeah, we should.
Does the newcomer? Sorry, I didn't catch your name, and I'll turn to the tiefling.
Craig?
Huh? What?
I wondered what your name was.
I don't know. You're asking questions about a character that doesn't have very much thought in it.
Alright. Then I'm just literally going to say, are we giving the newcomer a share of the sport?
Yeah, he took part in this as much as we did, so why not?
Why the hell not?
How generous.
So that's like 18 silver for everyone and 100 coppers.
Each, yeah.
You're minted. Right, any other plans for the night?
I'm fine.
I'm just
I
gonna
take
stand
that as
guard.
well. So, who was going to go first with the guards?
Me. I'll just take care of guard duty since I don't need
Okay. You can draw a perception check.
just... There we go.
What was the thing about it? Okay. We'll stay with your meditation and perception. For now, I need to look up the actual ruling on it, but for now I'll say you can take the whole rest. It might change next for a session once I find the rules on it. You accept it, nothing disturbs you throughout the night, and you'll wake up bright and early the next morning. Her wounds healed, feeling very relieved the ordeal of the Goblin Cave is over. Do any of you like to do anything before setting off in the morning?
I'll cook breakfast.
I did something a bit more battle, but sure.
I'll try to focus on the energies within the dust itself.
Oh, what the fuck you were going to say then?
What did you say?
I wondered what you were going to say then, that was all. And
I'm just going to focus on what type of energy in this and try to like figure it out more because it's like a puzzle I can't get my mind around.
Oh, okay.
Actually, give me a second. I might be able to help with that, but let me read on Divine Sense first.
Okay, let's say you're expending some each type, and say you've got maybe one, maybe one or two more attempts through consuming it or taking bits out of it.
Oh no, I'm
before
just
you might-
literally...
I know. I was just saying for future reference. You're saying you've maybe got maybe one or two more. These are other ways to test it, but just like taking out and expending some of it, maybe one or two, depending on how you do it, before it. I will warn you when I say, oh no, it doesn't work, before it impacts its usefulness.
Okay. So what happens when I focus on it?
What, you just stare at it?
Yeah, you said
Oh.
I felt it was magical. I'm going to try to sense what type of magic it is.
I'm not. Just sit there staring at a bag of dust. Nothing really comes to you. You would guess you've not had too much studies in the magic just yet, but it doesn't seem divine. Maybe spell-like, but definitely not divine.
Okay.
Because you're just staring at it.
So Johnny, what do you have there? You've been fiddling with that pouch for a couple of days now.
There was this pouch of something that feels magical. And I can't put my word on it, but I think there's something special about this pouch. But I can't seem to find out what it is because the energies elude me. Now I have this spell that could tell me what it is, but I require a magnificent pearl of worth around 100 gold that could help me focus on identifying this type of magic. But I'm just trying to get a sense of what this might be. But it seems...
Shouldn't your wizardly knowledge already help you identify weird powders like knowledge?
Apparently not. This is something very tricky. Or I'm a very bad wizard. That could actually be it.
But it's not natural, so you did try a nature check on it.
It feels arcane. So not something that I would imagine Lawlon would understand. But
You'd be surprised.
Just for arcane, you can't identify things through arcane. It takes you
no.
to the history. No, I'm saying to the other people we had this conversation. The arcane tells you history and lore. His first roll was quite enough. I don't know if memory told me, but you did discern
Yeah,
that
that's
the runes and markings on it. You've seen them before, but no idea what they are. But you recognise them as being some sort of possibly arcane or magical item, although you're not quite sure where it originated from or anything.
Might it be a religious item?
no, it's arcane by nature. It feels, and there are like spellish runes. It seems to not be religious.
Where?
And
Dust?
but out of character here, if I had the 100 gold to actually have a pearl, I could cast the identify spell that will identify any type of magical item of sorts. But as it turns out, that 100 gold is a bit beyond what I have. So I'm just trying to get like playing around with it and figuring out what it is. But I'll put it back in the back and say, oh,
Let's try and see
Oh.
if anybody in town actually knows anything about this type of dust, if they've seen it before or used it.
Yeah, that might be a solution.
that's a good idea. I was trying to find like magic in terms of the arcane has like different types of magic. You have like creation magic, and then you have like magic for blowing things up. I was trying to find out what type of magic this was, but I can't seem to find out. Out of character, I was trying to find out what spells.
School, yes.
So if it was necromantic powder, I would probably like burrow it far down in the backpack.
No, you wouldn't give it
But
to
if
me.
was.
No, we know.
Yeah. I don't want to think about him as a necromancer.
Also, another question. I don't remember this particularly well, and it might confuse it with some other session and/or game. But is Jane undead?
No, she isn't.
Ah, okay.
It's Jaina that you can ask her. She does not appear to at first glance.
You would probably sense.
Yeah, I should be able to
what
sense
undead.
if she was undead.
If you use the spell, sure. You have divine sense. You can use it 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You can try it.
No, it's... I don't know why I remember that there's someone being undead in this party, but... Yeah. I might confuse it with Pathfinder.
The only thing that's close to undead here is you, because you kinda went cold there and came back.
Twice.
Right,
Twice.
just to get things moving on, I'll wrap this up. We'll get you into the town before the session finishes. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to do
No.
before?
I'm fine, I
Well,
can pick up.
just go to the town.
Search checks are clear for the night, and as you turn the rutted track, it emerges a wooden hillside. You catch your second glimpse. First for some of you. How many? I think you all have seen it actually, wouldn't you?
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Lahalan
I
and
haven't.
Yes, we did.
Jonit haven't. The rest of them have.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
No, Lahalan and Yonid you found in a hole. Jane and Roxy.
Yeah,
were
but
sent
they
to find you.
got in that hole by being drunk. I expected them to get drunk in the town, not randomly in the woods.
We don't
Yeah, but
know
not
the
necessarily
direction.
this town.
They're just travelling hobos by the sounds of it. Just walking from town to town, getting plastered
I'm-
on the way.
I'm a druid, so by definition, I'm a drunken hobo.
This town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. For the ease of sake, you wouldn't Harry knows, but to show you a map to get you an idea. Here is the town of Fandlin.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is an
Try
actual
and,
town.
try and act like you don't know all of it. It's just for ease sake to give you a bit of perspective. And
Bro, this is literally the first time we've seen this map, so...
yeah, no, but what means you don't walk into town it is to get given a map. That's what I mean. It's
Ah,
just
okay.
Are we coming
bit of
from
imagination.
what direction?
You're coming from the bottom left, from the very southwestern corner. That trail that leads out is the trail you'll be walking in upon.
So this one.
You see more old ruins with crumbling stone walls covered in ivory and briars, surrounding the newer houses and shops. Showing you how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. With all the hidden decay and the falling buildings, it's receded in size for the past few centuries. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs towards a ruined manor house on the hillside on the eastern side of the town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green, townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at shops. Many people look up to you as you approach, but all return to their businesses as you go by. Cart appears to be not where you left it.
Where's the cart?
Well, the cart is nowhere. You walk into
No,
where
no.
just-
I'm not
Like,
asking you.
yeah,
I'm
it's-
asking like in the to the
Oh,
party. Where's the
sorry.
where's the cart?
Sorry.
Didn't we leave it here? Didn't we talk to some guards to take care of the goddamn cart?
Never been here.
I have no idea. You told us you did.
I'm looking at Craig. He was with me.
Was I?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you
stayed
were.
behind when you quit with the cart. You
Oh,
never
yeah.
left that cart.
Craig, just so you know, you all had a big party with you and Manus and loads of other people. You went off, you got bored the first night, have come back, and Manus's party has completely changed. The barbarian is gone, I presume dead. The previous bard, again, just gone, disappeared. The Manus, Roxy and Jane are just people you've never seen before. They just were counted in a hole.
I feel like my character just lives in a permanent state of confusion, like sort of wanders around but doesn't really know why or what it's doing.
Sounds like me in raids.
It's like someone polymorphed a chicken into like a tiefling, and then Craig came to be.
So we can explore the rest of the town in the next session if you like. This will be I've got to do so many NPC write-ups at this point. There is.
We're rested and level 2 now, right?
You are
Yeah.
rested, you are level 2, you can do it over the course of the next week before next session. If you have to really roll anything, try and give me a message and we'll roll in the Roll20 app. If
Can
not,
we?
try to
Can we just do HP rolls now?
if
So
you
everyone
wish.
knows.
Yeah, it would be a good idea.
If you want, or roll your hit dice. If you just roll hit dice now, it's the same as leveling up, so you can roll your hit dice from the character sheet and plus your constitution, and that's how many hit points you'll get for next level. If you get a 1 reroll, oh, that actually naturally adds your constitution. Okay.
And I have a d6 hit die, right?
Fucking Roxy, what the fuck? Jane, you roll. Oh, you got 0 constitution. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so tell me again. I press the hit die.
If you just press the hit dice, it will roll plus your constitution, which will be the same as leveling up. You rolled a 1, reroll again, Menace. Fucking hell. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing with you, isn't it?
It is.
Like, literally, I think this is the best thing this party can hope for. The tank actually has so much HP.
So,
That's
if you
a
need
good
help
thing.
leveling up, you can whisper and I'll go over the course of the week. If you have choices or options to pick, please leave me a message in Discord so I know what you have taken.
So
We can
I
level up
wait.
over the
I
course of the
add wait. So I add 12,
12.
HP to my
Yes.
entire hit point, like hit point maximum,
Yes,
right?
your maximum
that-
hit points now increases by 12.
It's
Everybody's.
the- sorry.
Go on, sorry.
It's the small number above the current hit point.
Yep, so everyone's maximum hit points increases by the number they've rolled. And then, if you know what your next class takes, or what its level options are, just leave me a whisper if you need help picking some. I'd go through them all with you.
I will go through them with you, Jeffo, on my side.
Okay,
Another question. So that this will increase our total hit dice to 2, up from
Yep.
1.
you now have 2 hit dice.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, correct.
Are my spells like Lay on Hands and Device Hands affected by the level, or those stay at 5 charges and respectively
Sorry.
3 charges?
Sorry, say that again. I wasn't listening.
The Lay on Hands and the Divine Sense charges, those stay at 5 and respectively 3, or do those increase as well?
I
Actually,
believe
yeah.
they're based on your charisma. So your lay on hands should increase. Or we go through it when you go to your level.
Yeah,
benefit.
there's like no point in
Divine
boring
Sense
everyone about
is-
it.
Divine Sense is 1 plus your charisma. And lay on hands is a number of hit points equals to 5 times your paladin level. So your lay on hands now becomes 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go through that separately. There's no need to bore everyone.
So if anyone has any questions to go through, we can go through it. If not, leave me what you're doing in a comment in Discord. I'm gonna go grab some food because I am fucking starving.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, yes.
Thank you. Do you have any questions before we go?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just typing up the Discord stuff so you can see that later.
Thank you for the session.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Next session will be on Friday, same hour, or are we going back to 21:30? No, 20:30 server time as we had it 2 weeks ago.
Probably this time again, I think.
Yeah, because it's always hard for me putting the kid to bed. I can't guarantee I'll be done for half an hour.
Okay. So from now on, it's going to be 21 server time.
Yes, please, yeah.
Okay.
8 server time, man.
No.
No,
21. Sorry.
21 server time, 10 Romanian time.
So, man.
Yeah,
We,
it's,
we started 3 hours ago and 2 minutes ago. That is 21 server time, I think.
Yeah, pretty much 3 hours ago.
if you have any comments or any noise for the thing, give me a whisper and I'll sort it out on Discord. Hopefully everything was clear. If not, I apologise. I always get a little bit panicky when new people die because it very negatively affects the mood.
He wouldn't have died unless your goblins had attacked him. I was ready to go and potion him.
I was pretty close to tempted.
I know,
When
but then you
the goblin was raging with the last guy left, and then I realised he was on 2 death saving throws, so that might have been. There's not quite what a goblin would have done.
But like the irony here is that you said that goblins would not finish off a down target when there are threats. So I was
Indeed.
just like, oh, Manus is not going to do anything. And then he kills the prisoner, and I was just like,
Yes. I would presume goblins being chaotic creatures, they're just like fighting. If they have an unconscious guy on the floor and something's going to kill them with a sword, they'll probably go with the sword. Unless that raging guy who was pissed off might be a bit vengeful. They'd have to run past the 2 guys, and that wouldn't make much sense to me, so I just haven't attacked the closest thing.
Everyone should also remember to note down 100 coppers and 18
Eight-
silvers.
80 as in 1/8,
Eight,
not
1/8.
Yeah.
1/8.
So basically 19 silver.
No, 18.
Sorry, what's the conversion rate here?
100 cup. 10?
10 to the next one up.
Yeah, it's not wow.
100 copper is 1 gold, and 10 silver is 1 gold. So you almost have 3 gold.
10 copper and 1 silver, 10 silver and 1 gold. 10 gold and 1? There's a new currency now, Athenium. I have no idea how much that's worth.
That's
Electrum.
5 silver, I think.
Is it?
The
That's-
one after silver, between silver and gold, is like 5 silver and half a gold.
That's why? That's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I'm losing the currency. Right, thank you for the game. I hope you all enjoyed it. Critiques,
Thank you as
anything,
well.
leave in Discord, and I will hopefully speak to you all soon.
Cool. See ya. Thank you.
See
See you,
you.
Jeffa.
Enjoy
See you
yourselves.
guys. Thank you for the session.
Thanks indeed. I changed the party funds to like be updated what people. Also
Did you say
remember
it
to.
again?
No, I we have like a tab on Roll20 about party funds, and I said I updated it.
Okay.
Remember that you write down that you got a potion of healing, Menace.
I did. I added it to my inventory with weight and everything.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Action. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I think I updated my character sheet.
I'll just have to go and cover leveling up with Jeff, and I'm set. I think.
Okay. I can help you. I can help you if you want.
No, it's okay. We'll do it a bit later. Like, if you
Okay.
guys have anything else to do.
I don't. I'm playing World of Tanks.
Yeah, same.
Do you still need help, Bogdan?
Yeah, I guess. Just give me a few seconds to finish up here.
Okay.
Tudor, did you ever play this campaign before?
No.
No, so this is new even for you.
Yes, here's the thing. I pretty much always played the custom
GM.
campaigns. No, not GM. I played custom campaigns.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So I didn't play pre-made modules.
Oh, I see, I see. So every single campaign you played was made by you?
No, not by me or by other people. Or in one particular case, it started as a pre-made, but then had to be customized because I fucked it up.
Well done.
Essentially, the thing is the GM tried to use a little black dragon whelp as a kind of recurring boss. He was growing and he was becoming stronger, and he bothered our party constantly. That was his intent.
That's kind of cool.
Sorry?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, thing is that I happened. So after I managed to, I was playing a monk at that time. So after I managed to hit myself in the teeth 3 times in a row,
So being a remarkable stick in the mud.
yeah, I was I was slightly miffed. So anyway, the GM made the mistake of telling the group when they asked for a knowledge check on dragons that they are very honorable, but they follow their own code. So
Aha.
after I rolled 3 times in a row once, I managed to roll a 20 and left him on 1 HP. Afterwards, he started to bargain with us for to let him alive. So I pretty much asked him to give his word to not bother us ever again.
That's a nice way of gaming it.
Of cheesing it.
Indeed.
Yeah. It was funny anyway.
Yuan's still around?
Yep.
Sorry?
I was wondering if Yuan is still with us.
Yes, I was.
Among the living. No, Yuan. The gnome.
Yuan, sorry.
What about?
Janet.
What are you wondering about?
If you're still with us.
I am. I'm just looking through. I did my final decisions on what to take on leveling up.
And what conclusion did you reach?
I chose my 2 spells and I took my wizard school. So now I can predict stuff happening before they happen.
How does that even work?
If you take Divination Wizard, you get an ability called Portent, which means that at the beginning of a rest, you roll 2 d20s, and then you save them for when you want to use them.
Okay,
So
okay.
for instance, if I need to hit or make something fail, then I can just swap things out.
Yeah, you told us about that the last session. I didn't, but I didn't keep in mind the name of it.
That sounds remarkably OP.
Yeah, but the rest you get with that arcane school is pretty bad. Like for instance, I think it's Abjuration, which makes you take half damage on any spell damage or magic damage. So like there are benefits to every school, but this is like the big thing for divination, since I can see into the future before things happen. And I'm assuming as a sorcerer that Pete's going to do all of the damage dealing anyway, so I'm just going to take... I'll be the utility bit. And then I'm going to write down in the journal.
Our sentinels have identified a new threat in the area. Slay it before it assaults our forces.
next level anyway?
I have no clue what I'm getting at the next level.
I'm getting a circle, so basically I'm getting specialization, and I'm getting a wild shape.
So you
By the
can-
way, you already get summoning spells on the.
I know.
But these
That's
are
why I'm
extra.
saying. I know. Circles are specializations, basically.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I can either go for shapeshifter. In that case, that would be the circle of the moon, or either a spellcaster or a healer. Manis, do you plan on being a moron in the future? So I should spec healer.
You should spec healer because there's only one tank in this party, me. There's not there's no one going to take hits except for me.
I can. If I
but
You
like,
never go in the front line, like you're never ahead of me or next to me.
If
You're
I
always
if I shapeshift, I can go in the front line because any hit points that I lose during once I shapeshift out, I get them back.
Yeah.
the thing is, out of between the two of you, you are the only two people that has the ability to heal. Manis with his lay on hands, and that's his only ability, and you with your spells. None of us will be able to heal.
like ever,
I think
under
Craig
no
has-
circumstance.
I think Craig has like this. When he kills something, he gets like a temporary.
Yeah, but he
quick shield.
gets his own. He can't assist somebody.
None of us can. So apart from potions and the abilities of you two, we're fucked on healing.
Let's just hope we don't get hit in the face with the area of effect spell.
And we will.
We are fucked on healing anyway. Because even the. Let me look at the Circle of Dreams. This one is for healing. Okay.
Just gives me a few more healing spells that I can use, but I still am at the mercy of the amount of spells I can. So you guys keep on insisting on pushing forward and forward without letting me rest and getting my spells back. Well, guess what? We're out of healing either way.
Yeah. Anyway, Circle of Dreams is, and this is Santal's guide to everything. So fuck it. It's not.
Yeah, I'm thinking either moon for shapeshifting or
Land for
the other one, land for spellcasting, offensive spellcasting.
The thing is, though, we can only, as Jaffa says, we can only take one long sleep rest per day. So that means that if we keep on losing shit tons of healing, then we're going to progress slowly. And that means we should be better at avoiding taking damage by not doing stupid things. Or you should make sure your heals are more efficient than healing would.
Yeah, as we are right now, we are pretty fucked because we are at a low level. But as we grow, you'll see that we're pretty well rounded.
For the time being, I only have two abilities that two cast. Whether they are offensive or defensive, I've only used them for healing, so either way I was spent. And since you guys insisted on pressing forward, I was unable to do anything.
I mean, I have more abilities than sleep as well. The thing is that it seems that with how our fights are going, sleep seems to be more helpful than any of the other things I can do.
You don't get it. My healing abilities are not cantrips as your firebolts are. They're actual level 1 spells, so I can only cast them twice. That's it.
And that,
If you guys push me ahead, and I cannot rest, you guys get no healing. Yeah, I didn't have any time to rest during this part, so you guys had no healing when we needed it. Because
we
guess
were
what?
not allowed
Manis
to
and
rest.
Brute were going forward.
we were not allowed to rest.
We were not allowed to rest.
Wait a day.
Like that was the discussion we had at the end of the last session. Are we going to take a rest? And Jaffa definitely said no because we already took a rest on that day.
Think of it like this: a long rest is sleeping. You cannot sleep after you've just woken up because you're not that tired, like mentally. That is what the long rest function is.
Yeah, but you can cheese it.
Yeah, sure, but like, I get that you want spells back, so do I. don't get me wrong, like, I know how it's awful to have low spells, but I have 4 different first level spells. After I level up, I'll have 6 different first level spells. And I'm likely only going to be casting sleep because that's what I can do. And once I cast 3 sleeps,
I don't care what you're casting. I'm telling you, I don't have the ability to cast any.
I know, I heard that.
Like,
Anyway,
let me
that
recap a
because-
bit. So we went with Brutal and we had the whole bugbear fight that we won, and then we took a long rest, right, after we fought the bugbear, and then that was 2 sessions ago. Then last sessions we went inside the cave, we fought the goblins in the water room, and then we stopped the sessions, but we were not allowed to take another long rest then. And we started up from this session from the water room.
In that case, I'm not going to go here, and you guys can look after your own hit points. Because if I'm going to be expected to do this all the time, I cannot play. I cannot do anything.
Yeah, we get that, but you're not getting that. You're not allowed to rest to recover HP. It's not us that's denying you the ability to recover spells. It's the dungeon master.
That's why I propose that besides the gaming convention of D&D, we should technically be taking a long rest after every single session end, so we start the session with all the spells replenished and everything, because it makes little to no sense to just pick up in the middle of the game like that, like we just did.
But in this sense, though, Jeffo was right, because from when we slept and then went into the cave, only like an hour or
has
so had
passed,
gone
yeah.
to go to the... So like,
I get Jeffa's point, he's right, but it's also, you must admit, it's quite fucking clunky to finish a session and like mid-game.
I know, I was lucky, I only cast 1 level 1 spell and I can recover 1 level 1 spell. So I was lucky. I get that Lalan that doesn't get an arcane recovery mechanic, he's not that lucky. And I get that and I sympathize.
It's not that you sympathize. The mechanic itself doesn't work for our I mean, if we only have 1 rest per day, so to speak, for 24 hours, this will not work in the future.
No. So we'll have to work
Bogdan.
on being better.
That
Dude,
one,
it's not going to work.
Bogdan, you'll see that by the time we level up, you'll have a lot more spells. So it's
No,
not-
I won't. I will
Yes,
have
you
low-level
will.
spells that I can cast. In which case, yeah, I can cast Healing Word 8 times a day for 20 hit points at maximum. Yeah.
Let me check. Because
Every higher level of spell casting you get, you only start with 1 slot. That's it. And if he insists, if the GM insists on having the 24-hour day, so to speak, with only 1 long, as opposed to every fucking other game that you were able to actually rest and recover your spells, we're not going to be able to do anything.
by
You're
the way,
as a wizard, you're going to be able to cast what? 1 fireball, and that's it. When you get level 3 spell casting.
2, I think?
No, the first one you only get 1.
Oh, that might be. I don't remember. I don't.
So, and that's it. That's where your whole spell casting goes for the entire day. That's not okay.
No,
Especially
actually,
if-
that's my whole spell casting on level 3 spells. I still have level 2 and then level 1.
And level 1, yeah, but the level 2 and level 1 might not actually be any good for that at that point.
Might not. You're right.
I mean, you're not going to down a higher level monster, but by flinging fireballs.
But like, I'm likely maybe not even taking fireball.
That was just the example. You can use magic missiles or lesser missile storm or anything of the sorts, but that's the.
Well, like, the way I see it, at least what I felt like when I've been using sleep, it's